And we're going. I think we're going. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Let's go. It's so weird looking, though. Is this going? Okay. Studio app is so scary looking. Let me refresh. Okay. It's working? Yes. Okay. Why is it black screen? What's going on? Wait, hold on. I know. There we go. Now it pops up. YouTube is so funny. Haven't done this in a while. And welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your. Rid of that. Jerica, how are we doing? Hippo sniffer, what a name. Can you hear me good? Hello, everyone. You're the first one here. Let's go. I'm over here looking at the YouTube studio live, and I'm just like, I'm lost. I do this for a living. I'm over here like, what's happening? This looks crazy. Hippo sniffer, I love your name. That's hilarious. Goldfish, how are we doing? Sauce God, what's going on? Sounds good. Let's go. Nice. I wish I could listen to some music on here. I don't think YouTube would let me though. Cause man, I want to listen to some music, dude. I was just jamming, just freaking going to town. I was gonna be like Hippo sniffer. That is a name. Hello, Jerica. Christina, how are we doing? Hi, Jerica. I did. There we go. You got this. How are we all doing tonight? We all doing good? Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm doing fantastic. I'm just chilling right now. My dragon is Hippo Sniffer Jr. Love it. You just got golden pothos for my brown nose. Let's go. Dude, pothos, I'm telling you right now, pothos are the stuff. That's like my go-to in every tank I have. It's the absolute best. What's up, Sean? Oliver, how are we doing? Hello, what is your top 3 favorite crescent gecko plants? Ooh, pothos. We just talked about that. Pothos is like the best. I love pothos. Let's see what else is there. I have some friendship plants in there right now. I just got a hognose. Any tips? Now, I'm not familiar with hognose, I will say. I'm not familiar with that. So, I just get substrate. Hognoses, I believe, like to just burrow quite a bit. But again, I don't keep them. But you know what's fun? I don't keep them, but they're native to my like state. I see them all the time, like in the wild. And I don't know if you could keep them like how they are in the wild, just because I'm like, right now it's so hot outside. There's no way you can keep them like that. They're all just hiding. They're sleeping on leaves right now. Let's go. Oh, that's how mine do too. My pothos. I just got my first dragon and low-key stalked your channel. Let's go. I mean, that's naturally what everybody does, right? Like, you ever meet somebody and then go stalk their Instagrams, their everything? Just about, who is this person? What do they share? What do they like? I mean, then we just do that, you know. Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But oh yeah, crescent gecko plants. I have friendship plant, the pothos. That's what I have in mind at least. I have some nerve plants, like red nerve plants, white nerve plants. Those are pretty good too. Wild House, how are we doing? I've watched all my no videos. I appreciate your goldfish. Let's go. I'm gonna come out more. Right now, I'm in the middle of transitioning my room. If you can't tell, there's just like empty cages behind me and all that stuff. Like, you know, we got the well, the only thing is going. Well, we have some cages done. Crescent gecko tank, some eggs incubating. Green anoles. Speaking of anoles or anoles, I don't know how they say it. Do you think that tile's viable substrate? Some people do tile. Really, the only thing is like over time, tile can like give them arthritis, or I think it's arthritis. Yeah, arthritis. I don't know if it's just me, but it's a little quiet. Is it? It could be. Twisted. I'm gonna turn it up. I turn it up, Twisted. It's just for Uromastyx. It depends. There's multiple types. There's the Uromastyx. Which one do you have? Uromastyx juri? Because I give you tips for any of them right now. The ornates, the Egyptians. He's right. Okay, hold on. Let's get a little close. We could bring the mic in a little close. I don't know. It does look like it's in the thing too much. But well, hold on, actually, is this better? Is that good? Is that louder or is it not louder? I will say it. I do. Wait, hold on. What is your all-time favorite reptile you have? Uromastyx all the time. The cricket, the wild house. That is true. A lychee, what do you think? Oh, get a lychee, dude. Lychees are dope as heck, man. It's a black and yellow Uromastyx. Wait, black and yellow, Wiz Khalifa style. I'm joking. Wendy, hope you're doing wonderful. Let's see what we got here. Is it better now, Twisted? Does it sound better? Is it a little louder? I hope it is. I can speak louder. It was not louder. Okay, you know what? You know what it is? Hold on. I got this. No, sometimes Windows, please bear with me. I haven't been streamed in so long. Oh, wait, sound. Here we go. Thank God. Okay, I gotta go to. All right, here we go. This. There we go. Oh, there we go. Is that changing any properties during the use application issues? I don't care. I need it now. Is that better? Louder? Because I went into Windows itself. Because sometimes Windows itself just like puts my mic like super low, and I'm like, what are you doing? Super weird. Ever own a jumping spot? I have not. So it's better now, guys? Because, oh, man. Freaking Windows over here trying to kill me all the time. Oh, black and yellow. It could be a flava fasciata. Depends. If it's like brown and yellow, I would say it's a giri. I followed your cricket breeding tips and made one, but keep it on my enclosed back porch. I had dwarf white ops up, found some gnarly white worms chowing down on the roaming. Gnarly white worms. I wonder what that could be. It could be some, like, what do they call it? They call it, oh my gosh, I can't remember what they call it. Oh my goodness. I can't remember. Are they like thread? Little, like, tiny threads? Prime, how we doing? Primal? Is that actually how you say it? Primal? Gizmo? Psych? What's going on? It could be maggots, but there's also some, like, really, like, thread-like worms that are, like, in the soil. When the soil becomes, like, really bad sometimes. It shouldn't be too bad. Oh, God! Impulse sniffer. Get it out. Clean it up. I'm joking. Good. How are you? I'm doing amazing. We're doing fantastic. So it is better, though. Twisted. Also, let me get back to the question here. What we got here? Wild House. It would be all my reptiles, too, but I'll be lying to you. It's 100% my Uromastyx. My Uromastyx are just... I saved you a fortune, Wendy. Back to that one. I'm happy to save you a fortune. I'm all about saving money, man. I'm like super... I love to save money. Who doesn't, though? Sometimes I just love... It's like I'm a... What is that? You know, the extreme couponers? I'm an extreme couponer, but even crazier. I'm like, yeah, how low can we go? When I put something in my cart in any website and I like drop the price and it's like, you saved $20, I'm like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, hippo sniffer, tile. Yeah, tile's pretty good. Let's see. It's a knoll. That's what I thought too. Snoopy, your black and yellow Uromastyx. It could be a flava fasciata. Just good temperatures, warmer temperatures. I like my air temperatures to be mid 80s and then my hot spot to be like 115. But sometimes 120 will work as well. Okay. I went hard down the rabbit hole about parasites. How likely is it gets? Oh, we're going down the parasite rabbit hole. That is true. I'm still unsure if humans can get the same like parasites, because I once heard that mammal parasites are different from reptile parasites, but I think they're all the same, to be honest with you. And I'm pretty sure we can, like, and I don't want to say like they're all the same and then they're not the same, but my hunch is that, like, say like pinworms, right? I'm pretty sure we could get bearded dragon pinworms from the bearded dragons, but you would have to get it by like eating their poop. Goldfish, I appreciate you. So Rowdy Ryan, no, they're not. Their poop is stinky. They have no smell at all. I do have Pet Taurus Prime or Primal. I'm gonna call you Gizmo. Have you guys? Does anybody in chat ever watch? I'll be right back, Jerica. BRB, coming right back. I love my anoles to climb over arms. Oh, Goldfish, you what? My anoles hate my guts. They look at me and they're like, I'm like, yes. Oh, Sean, dude, I have so much. Not even a good joke with you guys. I have so much videos planned. I've just been rearranging my room for like the longest. It's still like been 2 weeks straight rearranging my room, and it's just so crazy that I have not. I've been filming as well, but like I just decided to go live tonight because I was like, man, I just want to go live. I want to see everybody. I want to answer questions. A lot of people have been asking me questions, and I haven't been able to answer them just because I'm like doing stuff. And I was like, I just sit down, go live. If they're here, I can answer the questions. Bam. You know what I mean? But this is how I actually wrote all my YouTube videos down on a piece of paper. I typed it out. So like, if you want to see how much videos I have planned, it's insane. Hold on, let me see if I have it. I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere. It's here. This is no peekies, no pauses and screenshots. But this is it. All this right here. Oh, look at it real fast. These are all videos. Bam. Multiple pages though. Look at that. Multiple pages. Oh, I have to hide it. Hide the goodies. All of those are YouTube videos I have planned. I just been moving stuff around a lot, and I just haven't had time to edit them, post them. I have a lot though. I have a lot filmed. Just the editing. That's all I have to do. And once I get that stuff, I'll start churning them out like almost every day. I know, I'm excited. I am excited, but it's just, oh my goodness. And then I have some Uromastyx hatching right now. And do you have any good leopard gecko names? Oh, Laszlo, right there. Bam. That's what I was gonna say though. We was talking about Gizmo, and then I was like, you guys ever watch What We Do in the Shadows? And I thought of Gizmo because they call Guillermo on their Gizmo. About the substrate, I use sand, topsoil, and little rocks. Is that good for? That's perfect. That's exactly what I use for all mine: sand, topsoil, little rocks. And some of them have like a little bit better substrate, but even like right here behind me. Well, hold on, right there. That's a Uromastyx. This down here's a Uromastyx, and it's just sand and rocks. So it really, you know, sand, rocks, topsoil with sand, little rocks, all of that same. That's all good substrate for Uromastyx. They like to dig. I will say it. My Uromastyx love to dig, so deep substrate is very nice. They dig tunnels. They dig all kinds of stuff. So if you do have one, do recommend lots of substrate. They burrow hardcore. It is 9 o'clock 02. 9:02. Twisted. I'm always busy. The only time I can make videos is when summer is. Wow, that's how I felt this summer. This summer has been going crazy. So, it's actually, I feel okay though. Oh boy, the powwow is going to be fun. Heck yeah. Is it bad to use sand on leopard geckos or topsoil? For leopard geckos, I would use like a mix. Sand by itself, I wouldn't use. Done it way back in the day, like super hardcore. Mike, call him Mike, my boy. Hello, just curious. I'm adjusting lighting in a 6 foot for a Euro. Would you run T5 along most of the length? I felt my Jira got confused when I did that, so shut off the non-basking side. I would run it halfway. I always do half because the UVB and just the lighting in general is usually strong enough. If you have 6 foot, go 3 foot UVB. That's what I would do. I'd do 3 foot of UVB. I think they sell them for 36 inches. Go 3 foot, put that on the basking side, and then put the heat lamps in the middle of that UVB, around the UVB. Around the middle, and then I would just light that sucker up with LEDs, just all like a lot on the basking side and just like a little one on the shaded side. How do I dispose of crickets that are too old? Like nothing will eat them because they're too old. I usually just let them live their life out, and they die. I just put them in there. My lizards are sleeping. So like right now, I decided I was gonna put my anoles in this one right here, and I have some tokay geckos because I'm putting this one right here. And then I have a leopard gecko that is gonna go down in there, and she's actually waking up, but she's in a 40-gallon right here temporarily. And since they're all like, you know, sleeping and stuff, I was like, yeah, just go live. Besides the tokay geckos, the tokay geckos are in a 30-gallon right now, and they're getting the upgrade to the 60-gallon. For a bioactive air enclosure, how often should I water the plants? I would do it like. So for my aired enclosures, I kind of just like, I hate like giving like advice because I do everything by like, what is that called? What is that? You know, like feeling. You know, I'll look at it and I'll be like, I'm gonna water it. You know, it might be a week. I don't know if I would say like maybe once a week, but a lot of times if you just look at the dirt or if you look at the plant, that's how I do it as well. I look at the plants and if they're kind of wilting at all or do anything like that, I immediately water it, and I water it hardcore. I'll just flood that sucker. I mean, I will get like a gallon of water. I'll just be. Just reach. Oh, Uromastyx Juri, Snoopy. Okay, so they prefer very hot. They're the one Uromastyx who love it like extremely hot, like 120 to 125 basking spot. Air temperatures can be 85 to 95. They love it hot. If they do start glass surfing, you can lower the temperature a little bit because that's usually means it's too hot. If they spend all day inside and they don't ever come out, it's too hot as well. That's a good thing. But for the bioactive air enclosure, I would water it generally a lot. I mean, a lot of people freak out and they're like, oh, for arid stuff, they don't like a lot of humidity. But in the wild, a lot of arid reptiles seek out humid areas. Like there might be like try to find areas alongside the mountain where it, you know, it stays kind of wet or under stuff, or, you know, little crevices where, you know, they have access to high humidity. Even like the Uromastyx Juri, most people think that's like the super driest lizard out there. There's just no plants around. But when people went out there to research them, they dig huge burrows, and in the burrows it's pretty humid. It's like 60% humidity inside the burrows, and they live in there at nighttime, you know, early morning, late evening. So they're spending most of their time in super humid areas. So even arid stuff, it's pretty humid. So, what else we got here? So Uromastyx Juri, Snoopy, that's what I do. Strong UVB for the Uromastyx Juri. They need some strong UVB. You recommend the solar video UV index meter? It's really expensive. Yes, dude. I'm telling you right now. Honestly, okay, so I don't want to alarm anybody, but right now there's like this huge problem of Arcadia lights coming in like super weak. Like they're pretty much like they're basically coil UVB at this point. You know what I mean? Don't freak out. Don't freak out. You know, but Zoom Ed, so far I don't think Zoom Ed has had any issues with theirs. But a lot of the Arcadia, like people have been getting them from like PetSmart from online, and they're like really weak. And you wouldn't know this, but the only reason they knew this is because they invested in a solar meter. And when they tested it, they was like, whoa, what's going on? You know, it's just one batch. I don't know what happened. There's just one batch that just, I guess, wasn't made well. And so they got it. And so a lot of people are finding it out. A lot of people are freaking out. So far, though, I haven't heard anybody recently getting one that's weak. But like earlier this year, the beginning of this year, people were getting a lot of them that were like super weak. Even like 14% ones. So like, you know. So that's why I was like, you know, I definitely recommend a UV meter, solar meter. Do you raise crates up from eggs? Yes, Toten, yes. Thanks, I've got it set up that way. I'll look at LED ones tomorrow to help supplement. I saw a shot with Terra Sky and some other options. Yes, a lot of LED, like the Terra Sky is good. I think the Terra, I can't remember if that one, if you get LED UVB, I wouldn't recommend. That's the one thing I would not recommend. It's LED UVB right now. But if I can't remember if the Terra, I'm going to look into it. But yeah, you get Arcadia Jungle Dawn, that works wonderful. Does the basking spot for a bearded dragon must be at least 105? Our setup, we can get it to 102-ish. It's 120 gallon. Okay, the EcoFlex. Are you using 2 heat lamps? Because a lot of times I see people, they only use 1 heat lamp. Sometimes you have to use 2. If you can put your hand on the basking spot and you feel that warmth on the back of your hand, like a fuzzy feeling, like if you go out in the sun and you can put your hand in the sun and you feel the warmth of the sun, you know what I mean? Like it's almost like kind of like, not burning you, but it's warming your hand up. It's like the radiation. It's hard to explain. If you can feel that under the basking spot, then it's good. If you put your hand on the basking spot and it starts burning your hand after like a minute, it's too hot. That's the best way to do it. I mean, like that's the easiest way to do it by like, you know, just checking it out. I've been having humidity issues. I will miss the enclosure a ton, and in an hour we'll be back down to 30%. How can I fix that? Right now I have goldfish. What do you have? What animal do you have for you want high humidity? He was basking in the heat. Snoopy, happy to help. Exactly. They love basking in the heat. My Uromastyx, your eyes all today were just going crazy. Hello, just got a bearded dragon not long ago, and mine just pooped white with a little bit. That's normal. That's normal. The white is the pee. That's their pee. Called urates. So Earth, totally normal. Don't worry about it. So my baby is really small. Still, he's 4 months old. If he's only 4 months old, he'll be small. They usually don't start growing crazy until like 6 months old, anyways. My baby leopard gecko's shedding, but I can't grab him to help take out some shed because it runs away. Just let it shed, psych. Just let him shed. Make sure you have a human hide. He'll shed on his own. Don't have to worry about it. You got a non-UV and a new UV version. Okay, so I would get the, I don't know. If it has UV and you could turn it off, I think that's what it is. I think the Terra Sky has one that's UV, but you could turn the UV B off, and the UVA is absolutely fantastic on it. So that's what I would do. But the UVB still is like not where we want it to be, apparently. Yes, 2 lamps. Okay, McFuzz. What wattage though? What's the wattage on those things? Are you doing 100 watts? How many crickets and what size do you think I should get for a giant leopard gecko? I do medium crickets or large crickets. It's always hard, you know what I mean? Like when you get a cricket, sometimes the banded cricket's a little bit smaller, so if you get a medium, it might be a little too small. But a lot of times, even you could feed a large cricket to, if it's a full-grown giant leopard gecko, you can feed him a large. Even if it's like a little big, they'll chew it up, they'll eat it. The anoles should be between 70 to 80%. Oh yeah, okay. So the anoles you don't really have to worry too much about, as long as you just like missed it in the morning, you'll be fine. Even if the thing says it's lower humidity, as long as you missed it in the morning, they'll be totally fine. You don't have to worry about it. Deeper substrate will help though. If you have deep substrate, 4 inches, throw some leaves on there. That'll help with the humidity because during the day, if you missed it, it'll start just like evaporating from the soil, and that'll just help it go get higher humidity throughout the day and nighttime. During the day though, from the heat lamp, it's just gonna naturally like go down. But at nighttime, if it's down low, then you might need to, bust up that substrate with stuff. I was really worried for a moment. Wild House, I understand. No worries. Let's see what we got here. What do you think is easier to keep, a beardy or a Uromastyx? Ooh, that's a good one. Kraken, that's a good one. Okay, it depends. Because if you get a Uromastyx from a store, like a pet store, it might be wild caught. That is, for most people, that's incredibly hard to keep. If you got a captive bred Uromastyx, I want to say Uromastyx. They're super easy. Like, they don't need insects. You know what I mean? They could just solely eat vegetables. So, to me, I would say Uromastyx. But wild caught ones are just always in rough shape. That's the biggest problem. They're in such rough shape. And you have to, bring them back to health a lot of times. They're pretty much half dead. Most of the ones I see that people buy, the Uromastyx, when they get them, they're just like half dead. I'm talking like few days from death, and they're gonna die, and then they do die, and like you pretty much can't do anything. Their organs are failing. Nothing you can do about it. 100 watts each. You know, okay, how far away is the basking spot, inches wise? Because you could raise the basking spot just like 2 inches, and that would do it. Like the extra 2 inches, just raise it up a little bit, should do it. Who's all in the Discord? Yeah, hey guys, if you don't join the Discord, join right away. I try to be active in the Discord, but like I'm always just like so busy. That's the only problem. I was like, man, I wish it was 2 of me. I don't know if I wish there was 4 of me. Someone just constantly editing videos. So one of me just filming videos, one of me active on social media, and one of me to play video games. Or do whatever I want to. That would be dope. But then I feel like you ever think of that, and then you start thinking like, what if the other me is like, I get jealous of myself. I'm like, hey, you're making videos too good. I don't like that. I want to be in the videos, you know. Start to think all stupid. The bulbs are next to you over 8-inch in an 8-inch fixture. Okay. My nose is itching. Whew. My dragon pooped out like a whole black soldier fly larva. It's been the only digested poop concerning. That means he just digested it too fast. Sometimes if they're really hot, like your bearded dragon, they'll just like poop it out super fast. Like, you know, their body's just like, we gotta just flush it out almost because they're just getting really hot. And you could get like poop that's not fully digested, or it's not if it's not hot enough. Most of the time, if it's not hot enough, that can happen. So just warm it up. If it's too hot, that can happen. But most of the time, it's also like it wasn't hot enough to fully digest it, so that's why it happened. Where besides PetSmart can I buy an Arcadia 12% kit for my bearded dragon? Website recommended. Pangea Reptile. Although I will say it is breeding season, so a lot of people are buying all of them up. Like the people who have bearded dragons, the people who have Uromastyx. I recently tried to recommend some to some people, and I looked. They were sold out on all websites. But Pangea Reptile, Reptile Basics, I think Dragon Smart is one of them. There's a few, but those are the ones that, you know. Wow, how sent a cute photo of the dragon in the Discord. Undigested. Okay, so, see, I scrolled down a little bit and I knew it. Welcome back, Jericho. Welcome back. Okay, I heard. Wait, hold on, goldfish. What was it? Oh, okay, 3 inches of substrate. Go about 4 inches. Put a little bit more in there. 3 inches, that's okay, but 4 inches, come on. Sounds wrong, but you know what I mean? I heard the bearded dragons that never leave their basking spot is not good. Is this true? Yeah, that means it's not hot enough. You want it, like most bearded dragons, they'll stay on their basking spot for like an hour, go do something, come back, and you know what I mean? You don't want them sitting there if they're sitting there all day in that one spot, that means it's not hot enough. So raise the temperatures, and bam, there he goes. My bearded dragon pooped white, a little brownish white. Oh no, yeah, Earth. That's totally normal. Totally normal. If you missed me, I did say it earlier. Totally normal. Don't have to worry about it. That's exactly how reptiles poop. It's like bird poop. Bird poop is like very similar. Do reptiles farmers have a chance to not be accurate? Sometimes he laughs when the temperature says it's 86 to 90. Sometimes, yeah. So well, okay. So they're usually accurate, but sometimes they can be tricked if you have the thermometer around too close to the heat lamp, and the heat lamp's like blasting the thermometer. And so it could raise the temperatures, it could like, you know, or maybe it's too far away, stuff like that. So it's usually user error that can cause the inaccuracy. But most of the time, they're pretty accurate. If it is 86 to 90 and he's glass surfing, 90 is kind of hot. I usually try to keep my stuff around 85 degrees. So that could be why he's glass surfing. But I will say, actually, no, you have the Uromastyx juri, right? So the Uromastyx juri, it could, no, that's pretty good temperatures. It could be too hot though. Sometimes my Uromastyx, like I said, they like around 85. It starts getting to 90, and they do. But usually the juris kind of like it hot. That's why I'm like, interesting. Because usually 90 or the 86 to 90, like my Uromastyx are like, heck yeah, let's rock and roll. The ornates though, ornate Uromastyx, they do not like 90. I'll tell you that much. My Uromastyx go crazy when it's 90. They're like, holy crap. They either hide all day or just like, you know. My favorite part of the day is watching the gnolls dart around the enclosure chasing, because that is a good part of the day. Wonderful. Let's see what we got here. Substrate and request a gecko guide. How does a gecko have to be? How old? Oh, it could be any age. Most of it, I don't know what it is, but there's like a lot of scare. Like people think that like, you know, it could happen, but like, you know, I just have some Uromastyx babies right here. They're literally just popping out the egg. I'm gonna throw those guys on substrate, like as soon as they're ready to go. You don't have to worry about it. I mean, like in the wild, most of these lizards just go straight into substrate. When I breed bearded dragons, I just put those like maybe a week, 2 weeks. I'll just throw those guys straight on substrate. But usually, like if you breed like lizards, most of the time, it takes like a week or 2 weeks for them to kind of like getting around. Like even though these guys hatched out 2 days ago, but they're still kind of just like in that baby stage where they're just like sleeping all the time still. And then one of them is kind of getting pretty active, so I'm gonna put him in a 40-gallon tank. But you know, yeah, any age really, you just throw it on there. Oh yeah, Goldfish. I have a Discord. Anybody want? I think I have it linked in the description of this live stream. So, you really help. You deserve more subs and people in this live. Oh, Twist, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Well, I am going to be putting some work out. I'm going to be putting freaking YouTube videos out. It is Friday, 9 p.m. I'm pretty sure people are just turning up on a Friday. So, you know, on my YouTube analytics before I went live, it was like, this is not a good time to go live. Most of your viewers are not active. And I was like, that's okay. We're going live anyways. Because, like, YouTube says from noon to, like, 8 p.m. is, like, when I should post my videos, when I should go live, because that's when, like, everyone's active. So, who knows? Maybe if I was live right now, we'd have, like, 100 viewers. Or, like, live at, like, 1 p.m. But I don't work like that, man. I'm a night owl. You're a newer bearded dragon owner, Cody, and she had just laid some infertile eggs. What can I do to make her more comfortable? Well, she just laid them? Just pretty much hydrate her. That's all it is. You don't have to worry about nothing now. Just hydrate her. Just put her right back on her feeding schedule. She'll be perfectly fine. Does she have substrate? Stuff like that? Somewhere to hide, you know? That's pretty much all you have to do. Noah animates. Am I real? Is anyone real? Have you ever Chinese water dragon before? I had one way back when I was younger, when I was like 12, and he died. And I haven't had one since because I don't really see him anymore. But then I found out that they're also like tons of they're like hardcore wild caught, same as Uromastyx, and then they come in, they just die. So I was like, oh man, okay, I had no idea. So I have a 50-gallon tank for my baby beardy, but I don't know if the bulb water is good enough. Would you recommend for 50 gallons? For a 50-gallon tank for a baby bearded dragon, it depends. How tall is it? Is it like a 36-inch by 18 by 18 inch? I just go 100 watts. Depends on how hot your house is too. If your house is like super hot, you're like one of those crazy people who don't have air conditioning. It's like 80 degrees. You might go 75 watts. But if you have air conditioning, it's like 72, 68 in your house. 100 watts should be perfect for you. Any good tips to be friend of bearded dragon? Just got mine a week and a half ago. Also, there's any difference between leatherback and regular. Leatherbacks have less spikes on them. It's a morph, and they have less like spikes all over them. Regulars are just normal. That's normal. Any good tips? I would hand feed them like snacks. If you offer them mealworms or superworms, he's probably young, so you don't have to offer him superworms. But if you do, like just put it in your hand, just kind of put it in there, like just put it in your hand, put it inside the cage, and just kind of come let him eat it. Or if he's really scared of your hand, you can just get like what is that called? Some tongs, and like your hand's still close to him, so he kind of like gets used to your hand going into the cage. Don't move fast, and don't stare at him too long in the eyes. A lot of times, if you like stare him in the eyes, like you can kind of look away. That's how I do it. Like if you stare at them too long in the eyes, they'll look at you in the eyes, and they'll be like, "Oh, I ain't looking at this guy." So like if you catch them making eye contact with you and they take off, or like they kind of look like they're about to take off, look away, and then that'll help them. I know it sounds crazy, but that does work. A lot of times when they see you looking at them, they're like, "Holy crap, I'm out of here." But that's the way. Hand feeding them, you become a food truck, and just do slow movements. When you open the cage up, just go in then slow. Have some mealworms on there, kind of sit there. Patience is key. Patience is key. But that's how I get all my lizards and everything. Not snakes. I'm not gonna put a mouse on my hand. I'll tell you that much. But my snakes know me as a food truck because when I open it up, I come in with a mouse on a thing, and as soon as I open up at nighttime, and my snakes are awake. Trust me, they're like, "Holy crap, he's here! The big man is here!" And then when I open it up, I don't have anything. They look at me like, "This lying SOB." The reptile store I usually go to keeps a lot of their animals in 10-gallon tanks. It's a small store, but I still... Yeah, that's kind of normal. I know what you mean. A local reptile store where I have Dumbo. He that sounds so rude when I said it to you. Dumbo, I'm just saying your username here. I'm not calling you a Dumbo. But yeah. And their reasoning behind that is like they're gonna sell them fast, so 10 gallons for them right now is perfectly okay. That's their mindset usually, and they do usually sell fast. I will say most of the reptile stores sometimes, but most of the time they do sell pretty fast. The basking spot is 8 inches from the heat lamp's corner of the tank. I recall hearing that's too close. 8 inches is fine. I would say you start to worry around 6 inches. That's when you're like, ooh, 6 inches is kind of a lot. It's getting close, but 8 inches is fine. If you have 2 heat lamps. Is he basking there? Because it honestly might be okay. Even at 102 degrees, if he's getting the heat, they can absorb the heat from their back very well. And a lot of times, it depends on what you have on the basking spot. You might have a piece of rock that's really thick or a piece of wood that's thick. That's not just absorbing the heat as much, but the radiation from the heat lamp is hot enough to where it's perfect for him. So that's like, it's very, I know I make a lot of videos that are very like beginner friendly, but a lot of times it's, when I say that, it's just kind of a good, like, simple overall guide. But like when I say, just now, if I didn't give you like straight up, oh yeah, it has to be 105 on the heat lamp. But in this case, if, he's digesting, he's perfectly fine, he's eating, he's pooping, then 102 Fahrenheit, whatever the basking spot is reading, is perfectly fine. You don't have to worry about that. Happy to help. Earth, yeah, no worries. That's so normal. I'm so happy to help you there. I'm working on a care guide, but I did 3 videos already. I didn't like any of them, and I'm too busy. Happens. I know what you mean. Wow, I make videos sometimes, and I'll just scrap them. I'm like, I hate this. This is terrible. Blop, get it out of here. Doesn't need to be 105 is perfect. That's 105 is great. That's perfect. Got a beard dragon on Father's Day, and I was really worried about everything, and found your videos that were helpful. Thank you. Higi, I'm happy to help. Happy to help. What do you think about Zilla UVB T5? Did they have a T5? I don't know. I thought they had T8s. So metabolic bone disease is hard to, like, metabolic bone disease is like, the only way a lot of dragons do look perfectly fine, but they still have metabolic bone disease. Like, you'd have to go, like, to the you have to go to the doctors. You have to go to the vets, get, like, blood tests, stuff like that, x-rays, to really know. So that's the only thing about metabolic bone disease. Sometimes it does present itself in, like, it'll mess their body up. They'll have, like, crooked bones. Their arms will start to, like, curl and stuff like that. But a lot of times, sometimes, most of the time, you almost don't even know it. Or they stay small. That's another one. They'll stay small. They don't get full size. I live like a lizard. My apartment gets to 85 degrees. Should I use a low watt? Yes, yeah. I know what you mean. The room I'm in right now, during the daytime, it's 80 degrees, like, at all times. I'm with you. In this room, it is for lizards. So it's like 80 degrees. During the summertime, if it's super, super hot, it may get up to 85. Let me see what my... Yeah, the hottest it's been in my room right now so far has been 83 degrees. So I'm with you. What is your current dream lizard? Mine is a Cuban Idol. Orange Flavofasciata Uromastyx. Dream. We're writing him an entire book for him to read. I know. I'm over here just going. I'm trying to, like, catch up, guys. I'm so sorry if I'm not catching up. Why do people hate on sand for beer use? It's just an old dude. Okay, I don't know if y'all know this. So I've been in the hobby for a long time. I've been in the hobby, like, there was a time when I never told anybody. Like, I'm not even joking. I never told anybody I use sand. Because if I did, they would have freaking just destroyed me. They would have been like, this guy is an abuser. So, like, it was around, like, I feel like 2015 to 2020 when, like, in the beer dragon groups on Facebook, anywhere, if you told people that you use sand, they would destroy you. They would be like, oh, get him out of here. He's an abuser. So, like, people, I think that's still around. So, like, ever since I had kept bearded dragons since I was a kid, I kept on sand. That's how I always kept. And sometimes I used to keep on reptile carpet. Everyone did back in the day. That's kind of normal. But it was mostly sand, like, at all times. And I always kept on sand. And it would just be straight sand. I switched up about, like, a couple of years ago, like 8 years ago maybe, to topsoil sand. But I usually just kept sand, like straight sand, rutty sand, that's all it was. And my bearded dragons never had problems, like, at all. Never had any issues, because if you keep them right, they're not going to have issues. But yeah, I think it's just the fact that, like, you know what I mean? Like, someone said it, someone listened to so-and-so. And a lot of times, too, there was bearded dragons who had no UVB. And since they weren't absorbing vitamins and calcium, they started eating the sand because it's called geophagy. And what happens is when they can't absorb the vitamins, it happens in people, too. People, like, all the time. Like, if you have low iron, you'll want to eat ice. For some reason, I don't know why that's the correlation for that. But if you have low iron, you'll, like, desperately want to eat ice. And so, like, little kids who have low iron would, like, always crave ice. So, oh, give me ice. I want to eat ice. Same thing with bearded dragons. They'll just start wanting to eat the dirt. When they're sickly like that, they're just like, I'm going to eat dirt. And so they start eating it, dehydrates them, gets them impacted, and then people think sand kills their bearded dragons. And so it's just like a stigma. But really it was the fact that people didn't know why they were eating sand, and so they assumed that it just killed them off. But again, like I said, they live on sand in the wild. They're perfectly fine. And the sand in the wild is like pure 99, or it's like 95% sand in the wild, with clay and silt and stuff like that. But yeah, happy to help you, random gamer. I've been waiting for the stream. Wow, oh yes. We're going to stream more often, okay? I've just been so busy. Just Old Cage, it's much bigger. Maybe he was nervous. Now, that can happen, too. I will say, a lot of times when you put... My Uromastyx ornates, his name's Sasha. I recently put him in this long cage right here. And today he was glass surfing. He never glass surfed before. Today, I put him in there. He was glass surfing. And I was like, oh, man, buddy. am I gonna have to put a background up for you, make it a little bit more cozy? And Kita, welcome to the bearded dragon community. Let's go. Or if you already have bearded dragons and all that stuff, no worries. But hey, congratulations on buying a bearded dragon. Hatching cricket larvae. Do I need a heat lamp on the egg bin? No, not at all. Most of the time those hatch. If it's like around in the mid 70s, even like low 70s, they're just gonna hatch. Doesn't matter. I put mine up high around hotter heat, like around the 78 Fahrenheit, to make them hatch faster. But they'll hatch like pretty much no matter what. If it's like 65 degrees, maybe not, but they'll hatch. You're very helpful the way I did research before I got my beard dragon. Hey, I'm happy to help Earth. For me, it doesn't matter what I'm doing if I get a notification from here. Goldfish, let's go. Gang, baby. What's your thoughts on a 4x2 enclosure with portion? Totally fine, Danielle. Danielle, sorry, forgive me. If you do a 4x2x2 with partial loose substrate, totally fine. No worries there. Kate, how are we doing? I feel like I'm so far behind on comments, guys. I'm so sorry. Yes, Christina, I'm so happy. Folsom Blue. Oh, Folsom Prison Blues up in here? What's up? How are we doing? I love that song. Are we talking about beeries? We're talking about everything. Beeries, whatever you want to talk about. We're talking about space and aliens. I'm down. We talking about video games? Damn, I'm joking. Anything. I'm talking, answering questions. And I feel like tons of people have questions. I'm just trying to answer them as best as I can. We're talking about everything, though. How big of a tank would you recommend for a juvenile bearded dragon? You could go 4x2x2, so that way you never have to go old, or, you never have to upgrade at all, ever. 40 gallon is what you could also start with if you wanted to, and then upgrade later. A lot of times I just say 4x2x2, so that way you could just get everything right, get the temperatures right, everything, designed, and that way you don't have to do nothing. You just leave him in there. He grows up perfectly fine. So, and for a juvenile, depends on the age. A lot of times people buy like juvenile bearded dragons from like PetSmart, and they're a little bit on the larger side, or like Petco. Petco sometimes, a lot of times, they sell like bearded dragons who are around probably like 4 to 5 months old, like kind of older. And then I noticed that PetSmart sells them like a month old. They're like super young, like hatched a couple weeks ago. What's your opinion on breeding reptiles to be special? My bearded dragon Loki is at the back. Oh, breed if you want to. I have no opinions on breeding. More people need to captive breed because there's not. I mean, like, don't captive breed ball pythons because the market is like flooded. There's like so much people breeding those, and crested geckos. But like bearded dragons, there's not a lot of people breeding bearded dragons in America right now. Like I looked and there was like 500 bearded dragons on Morph Market, like out of all of America. Now there is a lot of bearded dragons in like rehab, like rescues and stuff like that. But that's mainly bearded dragons from PetSmart. Like PetSmart and Petco are the ones who like massively sell bearded dragons. That's what people see. So they're like, oh, don't breed bearded dragons. But I'm like, we're kind of like, there's not a lot of bearded dragons to buy from. Like the market is not flooded. There's 500 in all of America right now, and Canada. So that's like almost all of, like half of North America, only 500 bearded dragons to choose from. Not a lot. What's up? Also, diurnals eat crickets. They do eat crickets. Mine, what's crazy? Mine never ate mealworms. But recently, I got them to eat mealworms, and now my anoles eat mealworms. And I was like, what the heck? So weird. Years they've never done it. Now they do it. So I don't know what's up. It was crazy. It's fine, you're done with when he was. Okay. Curious about bearded dragon brumation. I can answer anything you need. Do I need a heat lamp? No, just hot. You could do, honestly, like I said, Kirsten, you could just do a regular 72 Fahrenheit. They'll most likely hatch. But the heat does help them hatch faster. You don't want it too hot, though, and cook them. So, like, 72 to 78, that's good. Even 80 degrees flat, that's good. Just picked up a leopard gecko today. Congratulations. Very nice. He's 2 years old? Well, you can always handle him right off the bat if you want to. If he is skittish, give him time. Don't handle him then. A lot of times I just give him like a week to settle in, and then I can start trying to handle him. Kind of let him get used to the enclosure, let him know they're safe in the enclosure. So you could do a week, but if he is already used to being handled, you can just go ahead and handle him now. Like the person before you handled him, then he's just used to it. You know what I mean? We don't know yet. We're just saying tank up so it has a good home. I'm just worried that we'll start off bad. You don't have to worry. Don't freak out too much. A lot of people freak out too hard. You don't have to worry about that. Like literally, for a bearded dragon, as long as you have your lighting set up perfectly, you'll be fine. And you don't have to set it perfectly as long as you have just good UVB, and good heat. You want good heat too, but like, what size UV should I get for a 20-gallon tank? Or wait, hold on. Nkita, do you have a 20-gallon tank? Is what you mean? If you have a 20-gallon tank, I will say this: if you have a 20-gallon tank, try to upgrade as fast as possible because he's going to grow out fast. If you have a 20-gallon tank, you could get an Arcadia 6% or a Zoomed 5.0 T5. Those ones are good. One more question. We have 2 thermometers on each side. It'll read. Oh God, I can't even speak right now. One's 95 on the hot side, and the other one's 75 on the cool side. Yes, McFuzz. Usually they'll know where to go. Once that heat's on, they're gonna know where to go. They'll know where to bask. Bam. Is metabolic bone disease? If it's in, it's in. They're not really can cure it. You can stop it for sure. I'm very great at animal art. Heck yeah, Wild House. Let's go. If I want to start taking my bearded dragon out, should I start with an area he can roam or stick to hand feeding until he seems comfortable? You can make sure he seems comfortable, and once he's comfortable around you, then you can go ahead and take him out in an area to roam in. How heavy is your 6-month-old bearded dragon? AJ Games. Oh, yeah, true. Wait, did somebody ask that? Because my 6-month-old bearded dragon, usually they're like around 100 grams, I think. Yeah. Yeah. I know you already made it. Oh, hold on. I know you already made a video on it, but you know the Thrive 40-gallon bearded dragon starter kit tank. Well, maybe a little less than 100 grams. But since the default lid blocks UVB, which lid is the one to replace it with? Is there? You know what? Okay, Motho, gotcha. So you have the 40-gallon one. It's for get go. So I am making a video on how to replace the screen as well. But you can buy a Thrive, and it's so funny. But you could buy a Thrive 40-gallon replacement screen lid. It'll look like, it almost looks like a regular. Do I have one in here? I don't have one in here. Dang it. I don't have one in here. But it's a Thrive replacement lid, and it has giant holes in it. And you'll see it. It has basically like regular screen. And that Thrive lid, or you could buy a Zillow lid as well. I think I have one. On one of my 40-gallon videos, I have a Zillow one on Amazon linked. Those two are good. Any of the regular, like, thicker or more open screens you could get. So if you go to PetSmart, Thrive is one that you can replace with. It's so hilarious. They sell the tank with the worst screen possible, but sell a replacement screen lid under the same brand that's really good. So it's crazy, but that's what you should do. Are isopods ideal to feed a bearded dragon? So they can be a good you can feed them to bearded dragons, no issues. By the way, in case you're curious how I am able to handle my anoles, I got them around 4 weeks old and have been. Oh, nice, very nice. I lied. 2 more. Big box retailers sell baby beardies for $50 to $100. Specialty source species for $320. Is it safer bet to buy at a specialty store? It depends. A lot of times that's what's hard, because sometimes a specialty store can be really good. They have great lizards, great stuff to pick from, and then sometimes like a reptile store that's just like a reptile store sucks. They're like worse than PetSmart. I know a couple around where I live. There's like one in my town, and then if I leave town, I have to drive an hour and a half to go to the next reptile store. But the reptile store in my town, I mean, I don't want to crap on it, but it's the worst place I've ever seen in my life. It is like the Holocaust in that store. If I go in there, I am gonna see lizards dying, and like some lizards with like one time I walked in there and they had like 10 bearded dragons in a 10-gallon tank, and it was a bloodbath. And there was just blood smeared all over the tank because the baby bearded dragons just like beat each other's arms off. It was insane. So if you have a store like that, obviously PetSmart would be a better place to buy if that's the only place you buy. You can also go on what's it called? Morph Market. Morph Market's another place. The reason PetSmart sells so cheap is because they buy like in bulk from, I think it's Reptiles by Mac. And when they buy in bulk, they usually buy like, thousands. They'll buy thousands for like, $10 a piece or something. And then they sell them for $50, so they're doing 5 times as much money on it. But a lot of times, not gonna lie to you, PetSmart I don't think makes any money off of bearded dragons. They make money off the accessories they sell. They lure you in with the bearded dragons, and they kind of lose money because they might die and stuff like that. But then they make the money off the stuff they sell to you, like the enclosures and all that stuff. That's how they make their money. That's where they get you. So I've used 70% topsoil and 30% sand, and it didn't hold heat. I currently use bacon and stuff to place sand and holds heat. I want. Oh yeah, so if you want to use place sand by itself, Jericho, totally fine. Bobby, how are we doing? Hope you're doing wonderful. Minimum size tank for 120 gallon, sub-adult. Okay, we don't want to start with a baby as our first. Yeah, that's totally fine. Big fuzz. Oh, how heavy are your 6-month-old bearded dragons? Oh, see, it depends, because a lot of times, I don't really weigh them around 6 months old, to be honest with you. I just, like, when they're adults is like usually when I weigh them. And I don't weigh them because usually they're just growing consistently. So like I'm like, they're growing consistently. It's totally fine. But like I'm pretty sure adults are like around 350 grams. I've tried to breed crickets and I've seen the eggs, but it's been a month and they haven't hatched. Jerica, I wonder if the eggs might be dead. Are they like? Do they look moist or do they look like they're drying up? If they look like they're drying up, they're dead. Oh, Snoopy, I appreciate you. I'm trying. I priced my turtle. Kel, a piece of your turtle shell broke off. I'm guessing it's shell rot. But what a Mississippi map turtle. So is it just shedding? Because a lot of times they do shed off the scutes. It'll look like a fingernail. Like a piece of it come off, or is it broke off? Like actually broke. Maybe you can see meat, stuff like that. I take it to the vet. A lot of times the vets can like put a piece of shell on it to cover it, or they just heal it up. But it's, since just depends. If it's just a lot of times in the shed, it's just a piece will come off. But if it's actually broken and you can see it, take it to a vet. I'm thinking about getting a lizard, and I've never owned one before, so I'm wondering if a bearded dragon is a lizard I should buy. It depends, JJ. That one depends. I was gonna make a whole video on like which pet you should get. Like if you want a bearded dragon, a leopard gecko, like what's the best starter pet? And I will say this: if you want a pet that you're gonna see during the daytime, I would say bearded dragon's your best bet. If you don't mind not seeing them during the daytime, leopard gecko, crested gecko, that's a better one. If they don't get as big, you can get a 40-gallon tank for them. Totally fine there. But if you do go get a leopard gecko or a crested gecko, you're not going to see them during the daytime because they're nighttime animals. They're going to be out more during the night. But right now, I'm looking at my leopard gecko. She's out. She's chilling. She's over here to my right. She's just chilling on a rock looking at me right now. She's probably thinking I'm going to give her food. I'm not going to give her food because she's too fat. Wild House, make a care guide. Don't even ask. Make it. Make it. Don't ask. Do it. McFuzz, I would look into a reptile shop, not a pet smart stores like that. Yeah, look in the reptile shop, but also be careful. Just because it's a reptile shop, it can still be bad. Trust me. There's 2 in my state right now. When I go in them, I'm like, holy crap, they're so bad. A little fat because I spoil them a lot. Dumbo, I know what you mean. I have a 20-gallon tank for my baby bearded dragon with a feed watt bulb and a hammock under is good enough heat and light because my bearded dragon. Do you have UVB? Earth, make sure you have UVB. You need UVB. Don't get the coils. You want a T5. Honestly, a T8 might work in a 20-gallon. It's so short. It's only 12 inches. But I would still go with a T5 if you have 20-gallon. Try to upgrade in the future as well. I'd go with the Arcadia 6%, a Zoom at 5.0 for that. That'll work. What type of Twiz? I got what type of translers do I not have? Twisted, I got, oh my goodness, we got Phonoplema hensies, we have Barakiopelma smithies, we got Barakiopelma homori, we got them all, man. I got some Gramstola pulchras, I got, I did have a Philippine tangerine. It was a male. It was 2 years old and he died. Looking for a female, and I don't have any. But, oh man, I got tons of them. I have to send you a pic of your baby. All right, gotcha, Bobby. Is tank good for leopard gecko? It's good for a little bit. Definitely upgrade it for when an adult leopard gecko. You want a 40-gallon. I'm going to buy a Euro Chief. It's captive bred and born this year. Let's go, Wild House. Definitely. Can you do a care guide for baby bearded dragon feeding, giving water, calcium? I would love that. Earth, I have those on the channel. Earth, I have tons of those on the channel. What are all your bearded dragons' names? Mine, Astro. We're talking about mine. LM Technology. No, you don't. Don't say that. Don't put yourself down. Okay. Listen, we all make mistakes. Okay? If you think you made a mistake, trust me, it just happens. It's the way it is. I've made mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when they get it. So don't worry about it, okay? No one sucks at being a reptile owner. People just make mistakes, and we try our best. We love our animals. Now, don't worry about it. I might do a new one, though. I will say I might do a new one on the bearded dragon stuff. I might, just do another one, an update. I know I want to make an updated care guide. Try to make it easy as possible. So I want it make it super easy. My brother has a baby beardy as well, and he put it in the tank in front of the windows. It says some will give UV. I'm curious if that works. It will not work. Most windows block 99% of UVB. I have a video where I put UVB on top of a tank, a glass tank. Just UVB shooting through the glass, and I actually measure it and show it blocks everything. So especially if it's going through 2 parts of glass, it's going through the window of your house, and then it's going through the window or the glass of the tank. That dragon's getting nothing. A lot of people think that. A lot of people will think if they put their bearded dragon by a window, if they open the window up and the screen's there, the bearded dragon's going to get a lot of UVB. He's probably not going to get any UVB again. If you do that, the screen of the window is going to be doing it, and the sun, when it comes up, the UVB from the sun changes throughout the day. Noon to 4 p.m., maybe noon to 5 p.m., the UVB is going to be the strongest naturally because the sun, obviously the sun goes like this across the earth. When the sun's coming up on this side, it's like weak UVB. When it's up in the sky directly coming down, it's pretty strong. And when the sun would have to be directly in front of the window, like blasting into the window. And even if it is blasting into the window from that specific side, it might not be strong enough UVB. It might only be producing like 2.0 UVI. And if it's 2.0 UVI, your bearded dragon cannot metabolize some vitamin D3 to absorb calcium. If you can't absorb calcium, it leads to metabolic bone disease, something like that. I feel like I kind of talked crazy there for a second. Hopefully everybody could understand that. My baby hates to be held, Bobby. If you if you feed it from your hand, he should be okay. Eliza Garcia? I hope I said that right. 20 gallon. It's okay for leopard gecko, but you will have to upgrade it. I know I answered that earlier, but I'll answer it again. Leah, I hope you're doing wonderful. Who is the biggest out of all my bearded dragons? I have 3 bearded dragons right now: Creed, Bubba, and Cupcake. Bubba is massive. If I brung Bubba, he's asleep right now, but if I brung him out right now, you would probably be like, oh my god, this guy's huge. He's gigantic. What? Bobby got kicked out of a pet store? What? I never heard anybody get That's crazy. I love it. That's hilarious. My 8th little beard is 15 inches long. If he keeps this up, how long do you think he'll be full grown? Most 22 inches, Chris. 22 inches. From head to tail. Do you have any tips on teaching geckos to tongue feed its care of tongues, if that makes sense? Kai, I got you. What kind of gecko is it? I would just put it up against something. Like if there's a branch, kind of lay it on the branch and just leave it there. Just leave it there and see what happens. And just patience. That's all that matters. Patience. Eric Montgomery. Hey, I just wanted to say thank you for giving all this wonderful advice. My bearded dragon is living a wonderful life. I appreciate it, Eric. I appreciate it. Happy to help. Thanks for your feedback. Strange question, but how do you handle bearded dragon poop? Our substrate is your, oh yes, Home Depot special. Let's go. So the bearded dragon poop's pretty simple. I have paper towels. If he poops, I just get the paper towel and I'll just, I might double bag the paper, like double flap it, get 2 paper towels, and I'll just get it like a doggy bag. Actually, so a lot of times I'll have doggy bags. You get recyclable doggy bags, but anyways, you get it, say it's just sitting on top of the soil, I'll just go in there and I'll just grab all the soil that's underneath it and around it with the poop. If it's a lot, you might have to do it a couple times. And I'll just pull it up with the dirt that was underneath it, throw it away. And just like that, throw it in the trash. Bam, done. That's how I do it. Simple. Trin, how are you? I hope you're doing wonderful. What's your day job, if you don't mind me asking? I always assumed it was some sort of programmer. Sultan! I appreciate that. Dang. So funny enough, I went to school to be a lawyer. And I have a bachelor's degree in political science and legal studies. And I almost had a master's in water resource policy and management. But then I just gave it all up. I said, it's not for me. Right? I was literally about to go to law school. Was not for me. I was working in a law office. Hated it. Absolutely hated it. So I started making YouTube videos. I actually make a lot of different YouTube videos. Like, I know this is one of my larger channels, but I make gaming. I make all kinds of, I make tech. I make music stuff. I help other YouTubers. I consult for a lot of YouTubers who need help growing on YouTube. So right now, I guess YouTuber is what I would say. But a lot of times I just say, for a lot of people who don't know what YouTube is, I say social media management is the best way I could describe it to you. Okay, hold on. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. I prefer to go to PetSmart. Same. If I go to either one, I would go to PetSmart. Petco always looks like crap, all the time. PetSmart is better than Petco for sure. But yes. Is Zilla UVB good enough? Last time I checked, it said a T8. Oh, yeah, T8. So I need to check it. I used to use Zilla UVB way back in the day, but it was on 20-gallon tanks. I want to check it. I can't give you a solid answer on that, so I don't know, Earth. I want to buy another one and test it out, but I have not tested it yet. But T8s are very weak, I will say. They're very weak, so I feel like on a 20-gallon, that would be the only 12 inches away from the bottom of the tank. If it's 5 inches away, it'd probably be okay. I want to say that, but I don't want to give you a full definitive answer on that. So in a very small tank, in a larger tank, no. If it's taller than 12 inches, no. And I'm talking even though it's 12-inch tank, usually you have stuff up in the 12-inch tank to make it higher. So your bearded dragon's probably 6 inches away, and it's on top of mesh. That would maybe be okay. Other than that, I would upgrade immediately to a Arcadia or a Zoomed UVB. I think Reptile Systems is another one that recently started coming out. That's pretty good as well. I don't want to say it, but for sure Arcadia or Zoomed. Hides all day and only exactly, psych, exactly. Do you have any tips on teaching gecko to talk? Oh yeah, I already answered that one. What does it mean when my brown anoles have bright yellow spots? Most of them don't have any spots. It could be a male trying to like ward off other males if you have multiple. If I have one more question, if I decide I want to get one, I buy those kits PetSmart. I wouldn't buy them unless it's like super cheap, because if you buy them, you're going to have to replace like everything in them basically. JJ, I have a video on those kits and review on my channel if you want to check that out. My bearded dragon's glass surfing, is this bad for their health? If he's glass surfing, it could mean a lot of things. I'm going to have to make a video about that as well. It could be too hot in the enclosure. He could be stressed because there's nothing in the enclosure for him to climb on. So that stuff. My Uromastyx masking spot is about 5 inches from. Is that good? I would make it around 8 inches to 9 inches away. If it's 5 inches, it could be too hot. What's up, Wider? How we doing? On the Uromastyx, I would make it, if it's 5 inches, to me, it's too close. I would make it like 8 inches at least. What enrichment do you recommend for bearded dragons? My guy's about 11 inches long, and it goes crazy for any food I put in front of him. Enrichment, climbing opportunities. One thing I see that in most bearded dragon tanks, they don't have a lot of climbing. You just put branches. I would put so much branches, almost make like a little tree in there. Bearded dragons love to climb, man. I would put so much more climbing opportunities in the tank. If you do that, that's good enrichment. Also, you could do other stuff too as well. You could do like, you know, little food puzzles and stuff like that. But most of the time, is the biggest thing I see is not enough climbing opportunities. My bearded dragon never drinks water. Hey, Wyatt, I actually got a video about that. A lot of times they get a lot of their moisture from the stuff they eat. They don't really drink standing water. What you could do is you could drip water around and see if he's interested in that. Stuff like that. That might help as well. I'm going to upgrade my 20-gallon tank to 120 gallon. Whoo! All right, let's go. Good. Love to hear it. Just maybe it's around 4 months old. Nice, very nice. Try dipping some on his head. Yes, dripping some on his head. Exactly. How do I stop thinking my fingers? Oh wait, hold on, Nick. They think your fingers are food. That's interesting. I've never had that happen. Start feeding them out of the palm of your hand. I've never had that happen. So I would say just you don't have to feed them. Feed them in tongs. Feed them with tongs, and they'll know like, oh, his fingers aren't food. But if they think your fingers are food, that's a good question. I don't know. Can't answer that one. We have one today. I couldn't answer. Just feed from tongs. That way they know that from the tong. Basically like that, yeah. Feed from tongs, and then they will look at the tong as like, okay, that's where the food's coming from. His fingers aren't the food. Bam. His basking spot is a thick oak branch, by the way. Oh, nice. Very nice. Heck yeah. Show up drunk at a pet store. I meant to send this message earlier, but the create eggs look moist. No. Okay, so it might just take a little bit longer for them to hatch. If you put them in a little bit warmer area, it should hatch. Yeah, you can spray down your greens as well. No, let me go up here. I'm trying to answer all the questions, fellas. I'm so sorry. Everyone. I'm so sorry. Mini phone, let's go. Oh, the mini phone! Wild House. Mini phone was the wildest stuff I've ever seen in my life. Illy, what would you guys recommend for the next pet reptile? Mexican Black King Snake. Get a Mexican Black King Snake. They look amazing. They look so beautiful. Do you know where I can get some tanks for really cheap? I don't have the most money and tanks are expensive. Big time. Clips. Amazon. Amazon has some cheap tanks. The EcoFlex, you get a 4x2x2 for $210. If you want a 40 gallon, they got them for like $130. So I'm saying Amazon EcoFlex. Links down in the description. I got them on there. Do you think it's okay for me to take my beard out of the cage for most of the afternoon? He claws at the cage if I don't like. I'll take him outside and stuff. He gets natural sunlight. Yeah, that's fine, Chris. That's totally fine. 2 hours of natural sunlight, they make enough vitamin D3 to fully have calcium, so that's pretty good. Trent said bearded dragon. I mean, yeah, bearded dragons are nice. Bearded dragons are nice. Do you know how Tara Green got copyright strikes by Dr. Whoa! Did they? I have no idea. Wait, who's Tara Green? I'm going to look who I don't know if I know who Tara Green is. But Dr. Plants copyright strike them? Were they just ripping off content? I can understand. But that's kind of crazy. I'm about to set up a bioactive environment for a couple white tree frogs. I've seen conflicting info on whether I need to wait a month or two before. Oh, no, I don't wait for anything. Like for bioactive stuff, a lot of people get freaked out about like the plants. They say they have like, what is it called? They have pesticides. But a lot of plant pesticides are absorbed through the roots and into the plant itself. And the life on that is like, could be 10 years, could be 100 years, could be 6 months. They don't honestly know. they say like, oh, the life on that pesticide is only like maybe a week, 9 days, maybe it's a year. There's no really conclusive evidence. So it's not on the leaves. You can wash the leaves off, but a lot of times if you buy your plants from like Home Depot, the pesticides they use is like they put it inside the soil and it gets absorbed from the plant itself. So it's actually inside the plant. So if you quarantine it, how long do you quarantine it? There is no actual definitive if, and, or when. So every time I've done it, I just put them straight in. I just throw them straight in there, totally fine. That's like giving or giving bearded dragons baths. I don't, but you can if you want to. In his bathroom sink. Yeah, definitely. If they poop, if they get poop on their body, you could give them a bath. I don't really give my bearded dragons baths. I give my females baths if they lay eggs, but that's just to like see if they'll drink some water because it's just a lot on their body. Just an extra way of trying to see if they'll drink the water, hydrate them. But even sometimes then I don't do it. My Uromastyx recently laid eggs. I didn't give her a bath at all. If you want to do it, you can, but I wouldn't do it. You got a chameleon tutorial? Oh, twist! I do got a chameleon tutorial coming in. I got one. I even got the thumbnail ready. I got the thumbnail already made. The chameleon tutorial is coming. I'm gonna shake the chameleon world up too, because I got a lot of opinions. I got a chameleon review coming on the chameleon enclosures. I got a chameleon tutorial coming. It's coming in. What should I feed my baby Mediterranean house gecko? You can feed them fruit flies, or you can feed them very small crickets. I just dust them and throw them in the enclosure. I have a Mediterranean house gecko. I just throw them in there, and I got them as a baby. I want to try getting get a euro. Also want to ask if there's any issues with custom made backgrounds with expanding foam. I have not had any issues. I've had them in there. They usually if you use like pond and stone, it's meant for water, and I've never had any issues. If it molds, you put some springtails in there, they'll eat it up, no worries. Now, true, sometimes bearded dragons will glass surf when they're hungry or if they need to poop, and they'll poop outside of the enclosure. It's kind of hilarious. People are like, oh yeah, they let them outside and they just poop, and they're like, oh, pooped on the floor. Is a 40 gallon too small for an adult beardy? Yes, you'd want a larger one, 120 gallon. I say 120 gallon, but really I mean like a 4 foot long enclosure, 2 foot tall, 2 foot wide. You know, because if your bearded dragon gets 2 foot long, you want at least double the size of the enclosure so he has room to walk around. Both of my lizards are female. I have seen no fertile eggs. Both of them lay eggs. It means they're excited. So, what lizards do you have, goldfish? Because most of the time, if you have a lizard, a female, and she lays infertile eggs, it just means you're feeding her too much. You don't have to feed her so much, and she'll stop laying the eggs. Not excited at all just means they have more calories. They can make the eggs like a chicken. They just lay them. 120. Yes, exploring with Sad Boy. You got it. Not aggressive, but when I go to open the tank, he acts like he's gonna bite me. Oh, so he's just so excited. Yeah, if you want to, you could stop that with just the tongs. Everything I've heard is that the 120 is a little bit overboard. That's just old people, you know. Old people are like, it's kind of a lot, man. A lot of breeders say that because they breed in like 40 gallons and 20 gallons. I used to do the same thing. Not gonna lie, I used to keep them in 40 gallons, breed into, I used to keep all my bearded dragons adults in 40 gallons. I used to breed and keep babies in 20 gallons. But once I put my bearded dragon in a 120, I was like, oh my god. It was like an epiphany I had. I saw it and I was like, I've been keeping them in too small tanks my whole life. And I said the same thing when I first saw 120. I was like, I remember someone. It wasn't even a 120. I was keeping it 40 gallons, and someone told me like, hey, you hear that? Like they say 75 gallon is like the minimum size enclosure, and I was like, 75 gallon? What is? Are you crazy? That's huge. They're fine at 40 gallon. And then I heard the 120. And I was like, oh, my gosh, that's crazy. But when I built my 120 and I put my lizard in there, I was like, okay, I was wrong. Like my lizard looks like he's too small for the 120. Like he's so big. A 120 looks huge, but when you start putting like branches in there and all that stuff, it looks great. It almost looks too small. Like I have a bunch of 120s and it feels small for my lizards. But yeah, they love the room too. That's the thing. They love more when you put them in a 120. You start to realize like, oh my goodness, do I need to go larger? That's how it feels. It's so crazy. But hold on, I gotta scroll up. I'm sorry guys if I miss. Remember, I'm trying to go live, or I'm trying to do it live, but I'm just kind of working my way down. I'm kind of coming back a little bit. Thanks for dedicating your time to answer people's questions. Illy, I appreciate it. Kind words. For the EcoFlex tank, it looks jank at first glance, but assembled right, caulked inside. Yes! It is. It does. The EcoFlex is a budget tank. I will say right off the bat, the EcoFlex is budget, and when you get it, you're like, this is cheap as hell. But it's because it is cheap as hell that it looks cheap as hell. But when you put a silicone all around the inside, you put it together, you put your stuff in there, it doesn't look that bad. I have one. It looks wonderful. Sultan, how are we doing? Thanks for answering your Pac-Man video. Convinced me in getting one. It seems to be careful now. Also, hey, let's go, Sultan. I have tons. I've literally bred tarantulas. I have baby tarantulas as well. Let me look. I got some baby tarantulas right now. Where are they at? I got some babies right here. I don't know if you can see them. Baby tarantulas. You cannot see them. I don't want to open it up and take off running. Tiny. Let me see. Nope. Can't see him. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. He's in there. Trust me. He's in there. I got a lot of them. Right now, I think I have 38 baby tarantulas left from a fauna pelma hensi. And I am about to breed another male, because I have a male and a female. So I'm about to have 400. No, joking. Maybe 200. Let's see what we got here. I didn't mean to say old. So, okay, Jerica. I didn't mean to say old. I meant to say so. Okay. I forgot what that message was. Send it again. It was about the cricket eggs, right? Yes. He moves around my room a ton. If I got him in at 120, I might have to get him a new home. I might have to get him a new home. Big time clips. I got you. Bioactive Reptile World, how you doing? Are you able to split pothos? Yes, you can. If your pothos plant starts growing, and if you see a piece of root coming off, you could cut past the root to where, you know, like more of the plant has a root, basically. You can put that in some water and just kind of sit it there and it'll propagate. A Dracaena, a red splash plant in my Crescent tank, is that too many? No, that's perfectly fine. No. They won't kill each other, but they'll definitely fight for sunlight, Jacob. Because I have some too. I have some, like, my enclosure is like crazy right now. Uromastyx was my first lizard. I want to make sure I'm doing everything. Oh, Snoopy, you got this. You got this. Sound like you're doing good. No, maybe the basking spot's a little close. That's fine though. Just raise it up. You're totally good. Yes, the nodes. How many anoles can you house in a one? I would say one. Anoles are pretty hardcore. I will say this. Like, especially the males. The males get crazy, okay? The males will get very territorial. One male every 20 gallons. And even if you have a 40 gallon, I don't know if I put 2 males in there. Do you disinfect anything before putting them into environments like branches or rocks? If so, what's your process? Sometimes. So a lot of times I will, like, either put it outside on a table. I have a table in my backyard, and, like, I just recently got some wood. I cut it live. It was on a tree. I just cut it off. There was no ants or anything on there. I just put it on the piece of wood in direct sunlight, and I just kind of set it there. Now, if I do have wood that was, like, sus, like maybe it looks like it has something on there, you could put it in some boiling water in your bathtub if it's very large, or you could put it in the oven, bake it for 250 degrees for 2 hours, and that'll be good. Now, rocks, do not bake. Rocks, I honestly just wash them off. Scrub them off. That's it. Done. With the rock. Rocks, I really don't do anything besides wash them off. And that's it. And a lot of times, maybe even nothing then. In a 40 gallon, I never still got 120. Oh, twist, that's what I'm talking about. See? That's what I'm talking about. Can you waterproof a dubia enclosure with your silicone first? Yes. I don't know. You should be able to. The only problem with the dubia enclosure is that it flexes a lot. And I wonder if the flexing might, like, cause the silicone to, like, kind of come up a little bit. And you can waterproof. I mean, I have some dubia enclosures in their, like, silicone, and I pour water in there and they don't leak. But they do get absorbed by the soil. So, like, they're not just water in there constantly. But I know if you silicone it, it will be waterproof for, a good couple of minutes, I will say. What plants are good for Pac-Man Frog? Babytron, I got you. Pothos, I use pothos. You can use friendship plants. You can use, trying to think of some more stuff. Oh my goodness, I can't think of anything. But pothos is an easy one. Friendship plants, red nerve plants, bromeliad, stuff like that. Recently, I told someone I was keeping it in an old 20 enclosure. Told me I was abusing them. Okay, now abusing is crazy. I don't like it when people say, like, people are abusing them unless you're actually abusing them. 20-gallon enclosure depends on how many anoles you have, but, like, I have one anole in a 20-gallon enclosure. That's totally fine. It has to be a tall enclosure. Make sure it's tall, because they're very small lizards. They only get, like, maximum 6 inches tall. So, I am not gonna lie to you. I am putting the knolls in this 60-gallon enclosure behind me, so I am. But you know, you don't have to worry about it. Let's go. I saw your video about the 40-gallon ball python tank setup. Do you have? I don't, but I plan on making one, Cooper. I do because all my ball pythons are in 4x2x2s. So I filmed a piece of it, and I am gonna plan to make it. I just haven't edited it. But yes, Cooper, get ready for that. It's coming. Chris, you've helped me take care of my bearded dragon and make sure he has the best and happiest life. Chris, I appreciate you. Love it. Let me see what we got here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to, guys. If I haven't, I will answer the question, but I'm working my way down. So if you just typed, bear with me. We're going hard. You helped me. Oh yeah, gotcha, Chris. I appreciate you again. Earth, I need to get a 120-gallon tank with Zuma T5 in like 3 months because I have now. Didn't do good. So yes, you got this. Come on now. Earth, you got this. The beer dragon came with a 40-gallon and all the lights, but all the lights were bad, so I had to replace those. Then it came with calcium sandwiches bad. Now I have to buy. Yep, big time clips. A lot of times when you buy those 40-gallon tanks with starter kits, it's the worst. I always call them failure kits because they come with like the worst stuff for starting out, and then like you have to buy everything again. So I'm like, how is this a starter kit? It's a start to spend money, and maybe that's what they're trying to do, just get you to spend money and just buy more stuff. So it's like, they're over there just like, yeah, they're gonna have to buy so much more stuff, and we're just gonna make so much money. But can I keep 2 leopard geckos in a 40-gallon tank? I wouldn't myself. A lot of people say the leopard geckos can be housed together, but I don't house any of my leopard geckos together. That's the thing. Tarantulas are scary, but man, they are scary. They are also beautiful. There's also, I will say, there's also research that maybe leopard geckos are communal. But I tell people, if you're not experienced, don't do it. If you know what you're doing, don't do it. Thanks for answering all my questions. Have a good rest of Earth. You too. I appreciate it. You have a great night. Big time. Yeah, it's not cheap. I come on your channel for my leopard gecko, and you convinced me to start preparing for a Bioactive of Pac-Man frog. What kind should I get if I wanted the larger sizes of them? For Pac-Man frog? Depends. It's all up to you on that one. I don't know. I would say go with what you want, because like, if I pick something, it'd be something I want. You go with what you want. That's what I would say for a Pac-Man frog. Do you have to feed bearded dragons bugs? Yes, they do have to eat bugs. That's the only thing. I was worried about pothos would take over everything. Now I will say my pothos do take over stuff, but it won't kill the other plants. I have to go in a few seconds so you're famous. And so since you're famous, remember, I'm not famous, but I appreciate you, Jerica. I know the regular size for a ball python is 4x2, but it's 75 big enough. It measures 4 feet by 2. Yeah, you can do a 75-gallon. They do like to climb. I will say, like, my ball pythons surprisingly do like to climb. I don't like. I have my lights up top, and I've had to like clamp the what's it called, the cord to the screen, because dude, my ball pythons will climb. They like to hang on the cords, and they like pull the cords out. And I just could not stop them from doing that. So I added more. In one of them, I added tons more like stuff to climb on. And one of them finally stopped. The other one still does it. And I'm like, please stop climbing. It's not like he's trying to get out. He like climbs and just hangs up on the roof and just sits up there on the cords. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Stop hanging on my damn cords. He just sits up there at nighttime waiting to eat. He'll just be like all curled up, like waiting, looking at me. When I come up, he gets all excited, like he starts rearing back, like he's like, oh, he's got food. And then I'm like, I have nothing. I'm come to pull you off the cords again. But yes, can I have a bioactive tank with like good substrate and plants without any of those insects in there? Yes, totally. Big time clips. If you could put live plants in there with no other insects in there, you could totally do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know any reptile that doesn't need insects, even things like crescos. Yes, Illy, you are correct. There might be some. I don't know, iguanas. There's some like iguanas maybe, but a lot of reptiles eat insects. Do you take out Chris? Do you take out all of your lizards at one point or another during the day? No, not really. Most of my lizards I keep inside, but sometimes I will. I will say my Uromastyx probably get taken out the most because I usually just can't help it. I just see them and I just like open the door up and they come out and they kind of sit with me for a little bit. But most of my lizards, I don't really take out too much just because, like, I have kids, and my kids are pretty good, but, like, I'm always afraid my kids are just going to, like, stomp on them or something by accident. You know what I mean? That's, like, my fear. I'm like, it's going to, like, jump off my hand or something, and the kids are going to be like, ah, and just, like, kill it. Crazy fear, because they're very good, but it's just, like, my paranoia, my anxiety. It gets me. I'm like, oh, jeez. So I don't want to do it. Yes, I always hunt down branch. If I see a good branch somewhere, it's coming home. Sometimes I'll be at like somewhere and I'm like, look at these rocks. Oh my god, these rocks are amazing. What starter kits do you recommend for two anoles, Diego? Diego, it's like the tropical one from PetSmart. You will have to have so much more for it. I think I'm making a video. Yeah, I don't think I've released it. But what is it called? The tropical one from PetSmart is the one. It gets like a 30 gallon. It's a 24 by 18 by 18 inch enclosure. That's the one. That's the one I would get. But you have to add so much more to that enclosure, to be honest with you. Like, so much more. It's good to just get, if it's on sale, it's great to like just get and like, you know, start off with. But let me see what else we got here. Sorry, I was scrolling up, scrolling down. Okay. How many gallons is 20 by 10 by 8? Isn't it 10 gallon clips? I think it's a 10 gallon tank. Oh, okay. Making a War Master. You're making a you're making a Bioactive tank for your crescent gecko. The hydro balls, they're just there if the water gets like. You honestly don't even have to use the hydro ball. You just put the dirt straight in there and totally fine. It's supposed to help so that way it separates the soil from the water. If you overwater, it sits in the hydro balls and it can like wick the soil can like suck up some water when it needs to. Honestly, you don't need them at all. I just do straight soil. That's a big like old. It's weird in the reptile hobby. It's not known, but in like the plant hobby, I learned all the stuff I learned from Bioactive enclosures and like lighting for plants is from plant people. Like I don't want to say the name because I feel like I'm gonna get demonetized, but like the M word, you know what I'm talking about, guys? A little bit of Mary Jane. She's my main thing. You know what I'm talking about? Those people have taught me so much, I will say. Like the LED lights, I live in Oklahoma and they got grow facilities everywhere. I'm talking like, there's so much stuff around me. There's so much oregano around me. And that's where I learned about the LED lights. They was like, yeah, just go to Walmart and get some LED lights. Those will grow the plants. And I was like, really? And then they were like, what is that called? Some like a lot of them were like, if you use drainage layers like rocks or clay balls, they'll actually hurt the plant and then help it. It's better just to use the straight substrate than having a different type of substrate sitting on another substrate as a drainage layer, because if it does sit there, it actually like overhydrate the plant. I don't know. They taught me stuff, and I was like, this is so. And my enclosures without a drainage layer grow insanity. So I feel like they're right. You know what I mean? So using cheap Home Depot special substrate R129, the cold side thermometers measure 70%. The soil is fresh with sunlight. Oh, you don't have to worry about, guys. You don't have to worry about humidity with bearded dragons. It's another big thing. People worry about humidity with bearded dragons, but bearded dragons experience high humidity in the desert where they're from. It's really about the airflow. If it's like stagnant air in the enclosure with high humidity, then it might cause respiratory infection. But usually, most of the time, most enclosures are not like stagnant air. They do provide airflow because they have screen tops. They have holes on the side of the enclosure. But high humidity is nothing to worry about. With I know some bearded dragon breeders in Florida, in the tropical part of Florida, who keep their bearded dragons outside, and it's like 70% humidity year round. Their bearded dragons look flawless, fantastic. So you don't have to worry about humidity, especially at nighttime. Humidity at nighttime goes up perfectly fine. My bearded dragon is around 7 months old. We watch your video on food specifically. And you remember saying all beards are different. Just want to make sure we're close about how much he should eat each day. So yes, kids, Tyndale, my seat over here is getting crazy. So yeah, like I used to say, feed them as much as they could eat, because most of the time, if you feed them like much as they could eat, they'll eat like 5 to 10, and they'll stop. And then once they got that 5 to 10, you could just like stop. I used to feed a lot. That was kind of the breeder mentality in me, because I was like, oh, grow fast, breed fast. Don't do that. Information's come out that's actually harmful. Could like, you know, give them less calcium because they're growing so fast. They get less calcium, least metabolic bone disease in some bearded dragons. So you don't want that. So 5 to 15 insects a day. That's like pretty much around the length of their eyes or around what they could fit in their mouth. Once a day is totally fine. For 7 months old, if he's looking a little fat, you could skip a day. If he's not looking fat, you could do it daily. So I would say daily until maybe around 12 months, you could start skipping days. But it depends, because sometimes, like I said, sometimes bearded dragons, kids, Tyndale, if you want to join my Discord, you can send a picture, and I could tell you, based on the picture, how much you could feed them. Because like it's so much easier to see them. It's hard to like. That's one thing. Like with the feeding videos, it's hard to like tell people, because if you tell them, it's like their dragon might be too skinny, their dragon might be super fat. And it always depends. Like sometimes people send me comment, or like they'll be like, "Hey, my bearded dragon's not eating." And they'll send me a picture. I'm like, "Oh my god, no wonder he's not eating. He's 500 pounds. He's my 500-pound life." This boy can't eat anymore. He'll suffocate from his lungs from the fat around it. But then some people send it to me, and it'll be deathly skinny. I'm like, "Oh, you can feed every day, maybe even twice a day. Your bearded dragon's super skinny." So it always depends. But like most of the time, as much as they can eat is usually 5 to 15 insects, depending on whatever it has. Once a day is usually good enough, and they're totally fine. And on to previous comment, a person thinking I'm abusing them. I have 2 female. Oh, that's fine. 2 females in a 20-gallon tank. You could go larger, 30-gallon, 24 by 18 by 18. That's a pretty good one. People always say, Micah, I got you. I'm making tons of tortoise content. I'm making a tortoise care guide. I'm making a tortoise setup video as we speak. It's already recorded. I just got to edit it. That's the biggest problem. I have to edit so much. Ready to blow her a piggy bank on a 40-gallon Petco special instead. Cheese videos helped out. Make fuzz. Let's go. Let's go. I'm happy to help. The fire keepers? Wow, I don't think so. Before I get my nose, I'll watch a ton of your star kit noodles. My mom suggests I get star kit, but then I point out all the issues with the kit. Let's go, goldfish. That's what I'm talking about. Is tweaking right now. What? Mike, what's going on with your lychee? What's going on? Hold on. I think I missed. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. I've seen strawberry colored ones, and they're so pretty with the bright. I have a strawberry Pac-Man frog, if that's what we're talking about. Yes, the strawberry ones, flawless, absolutely beautiful. Love them. Oh my gosh. The green ones are pretty good too, though. I'm saying their colors on the strawberries kind of fade. The green ones pretty much stay the same. But I will say the strawberry, like the yellow orangish ones, if they're orange, they kind of do fade a little bit. I wish I could actually no. My frogs, I'll have to show them. I have my Pac-Man frog back here. He's kind of chill. What opinions on bin cages for leopard geckos? I hate the look of the glass, but if a bin is not suitable, then I'll deal with the glass looks. I'd go with glass or like bin cages. What are we talking about here? Like we talking about racks? I don't like racks because I like to look at my stuff. You know what I mean? I know breeders use racks. That's what they do. But like I like to look at my stuff, so I always use like I want to see my things. You know what I mean? I want to look at it. I want to watch them. I want to stare at them. Just, where you going, huh? I'm joking. What are you doing out here tonight? I'm joking. Do you know anything about oxalotls? Okay, that's one thing. I don't know a lot about oxalotls, I will say. I've never had one, but I do know you have to keep them cooler. Like if their temperatures get above like 75 degrees, they'll die. I hear, but I don't know a lot about them, Red Hat. I couldn't help you there. Sorry. But I do know they need cooler water temperatures, and if it gets too hot, they die. Snoopy, I'm helping you. I'm glad to help you. If you were to choose one lizard to keep, Uromastyx all day. Uromastyx. Do you have to feed your bearded dragon live bugs? I do. Yes. Any advice for handling new hognose when they huff, puff, and bluff strike? Oh, cat, I gotcha. Makes you flinch every time. Yeah. I would just leave them in the enclosure for like maybe 2 weeks and just kind of slowly introduce your hand in the enclosure. Maybe even like just get him used to, make him feel comfortable at first, and just kind of get him used to you. Very slow movements, touching, just like a little touch. If he freaks out, back away. Give him a space and kind of let him get like comfortable where he knows like, oh, it's okay. Don't have to worry. You know what I mean? And then slowly inch yourself. It's always patience with most reptiles. Like patience is key, and just kind of let them go. You know, go from there. I got Mike. Oh, well, you got animals because of me. I appreciate it. I mean, that's cool. I'm happy you got some animals because of me. I hope you love those animals. What is your favorite lizard? Uromastyx. All day, every day. Oh my goodness. All day, every day, baby. Clay balls are actually bad. Wow. It's not bad. It's just like they almost serve no purpose. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. You don't have to get clay balls at all. It's not like, I guess you could say they are bad, but like some people use them, there's no harm. But like in the plant community, in the garden keeper community, if you told them about that, they'd be like, "What are you doing? What are you, a noob? Who told you this?" They would get mad. Like I noticed the garden keepers, they always say that. Anybody's like, "Oh yeah, I put drainage rocks in my planter." They're like, "Get that out of here. You kidding me?" So that's how I learned it, you know. And they're like, "Oh my god, who?" So it's fun. I feel like the reptile community is like far behind on that aspect. But a 7-gallon McFuds, nice. I was close. I said 10. It is, well, yeah, it would be like, yeah, it'd be 12 inches. That would make it. Don't need heat rock at night. My apartment is always 69 degrees. What, Venture, what do you have? If you have a bearded dragon, you don't need nothing. Get that heat rock out of there. Heat rocks honestly suck. If it gets, like a leopard gecko, a Uromastyx, a bearded dragon, 69 degrees at night, that's totally fine. You don't have to have nothing. Crested gecko, totally fine as well. I'm gonna get a bearded dragon soon, and I have 5 feet long terrarium. Dang, let's go. So one heat lamp I have doesn't warm up everything. You could use 2 heat lamps, Iris. I would use 2 heat lamps. Sometimes you could use 3. Is a 12-inch by 12-inch good enough for an adult crested gecko? No. It's, if you have it, and that's the only thing you have for now, it's okay, but you'll want to upgrade that as soon as possible. For an adult, 24 by 18 by 18 inches, like minimum what I would get them. Adult crested geckos are pretty large, you know. And they're not, some people think large is like tegu, but like for a crested gecko, you know, they're kind of large for a crested gecko, you know what I mean? If you put them at 18 by 18 by 24, you're gonna be like, oh, exploring the sidewalk, exactly. It's 88% humidity right now, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, wait, hold on. We're almost to the bottom, guys. I'm going hard. I finally finished all the comments. Let's go. How do you like to Thrive 36 by 18? It's a good tank, but the screen sucks. You have to replace the screen. Once you replace the screen, you're golden. Yeah, if it's 109, I would get one, replace the screen, good to go. Because it's a good tank. It's just the screen sucks, Jake. My Pac-Man struggles with holding a humidity over 50%. I have a mixture system, but I worry about turning on EcoEarth. EcoEarth is the problem. I hate EcoEarth. EcoEarth is terrible. Sergio, I do have chameleons. There's one right behind me right now. That's a chameleon behind me, veiled chameleon, just a female. EcoEarth, it does not hold water very good. Go to Reptile. Use Reptile. Put some leaves on top of the Reptile. It'll keep your humidity up. That's how you do it. Dude, EcoEarth, I swear, I never said anything, but lately I got some courage to be like, this stuff sucks, dude. I don't know why we use it for tropical lizards. I hate it. I'm telling you. I have beef with EcoEarth. Roaches? Oh, crickets or roaches? That's interesting. I'd say roaches. I don't know. 50-50, Chris. 50-50. It doesn't matter. Either one. I don't know if anyone's better than the other. I'd say crickets. I'd say crickets because I feel like dubia roaches have higher phosphorus, so you have to dust them more. I think they have more phosphorus than crickets, so they're like they would make the bearded dragon retain, you know, they wouldn't let them absorb the calcium as much as the crickets. Crickets have phosphorus as well, but I'm pretty sure I think the dubia roaches have more. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Saving lives and saving wallets. You know what I'm talking about. We out here. Should I buy the 220, 120 gallon EcoFlex? You can, big time. If you're cheap on money, or like, you know, if you don't have money right now and you want to get something cheap, I do recommend that for a budget tank. It's pretty good. I have one. I like it. If you were to choose between that and a dubia roaches enclosure, I would get the EcoFlex all day, every day. The dubia roaches enclosure, it's okay, but it's just, I have problems with it. I don't like them. They're okay. They're budget, I guess. Not that big of a fan of them. But like, they're just a good budget. If you don't have a lot of money, the dubia roaches is okay to get. But honestly, the EcoFlex, I'd get that one. Screen's great. Size is great. It's a little cheap, but hey, there's no way you could get any other enclosure for that price. There's just no way. Should I chop lettuce into a food bowl or just leave them? You can just leave big lettuce pieces around, Snoopy. Sometimes I chop it up, sometimes I don't. Most of the time I just give it to them as just a giant leaf and they just eat it up. Oh yeah, Cooper, you asked about the 4x2 setup video. I'm looking forward to that. Yes! I used to own a ball python when I was really young and wanted to get back into it because they are great pets. Yes, Cooper, I'm gonna get that out there. No, not racks, like huge storage containers like my mom. Oh shoot! Jared, I got you. Yeah, you can use those huge storage containers. I don't like them just because I can't see through them. You know what I mean? Like I want to see it, but some people do it. I know some people who keep like blue tongue skinks in like the Christmas ones because they're 4 foot by 2 foot by 18 inches tall, so they keep their blue tongue skinks in them, and not bad. But again, I'm like, I can't even see it. I like to see it. You know what I mean? But not bad. Hey, if you want to keep them in something huge like that, you go right ahead. It's like this similar to the grow tents. The grow tents are pretty good as well, but the grow tents don't have a visual barrier. So like it's always like a black barrier, so you can't see it. That's the only issue I have with them is I can't see it myself. But grow tents are also another way that's pretty awesome that people do. That's budget friendly. When should I upgrade my bearded dragon tank from a 40 gallon to a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2? I always say around 12 inches. Once they're around 12 inches, upgrade that sucker. Cool guy, how we doing? Hope you're doing wonderful. Yo, what's up? I know Pac-Man frogs very sensitive pores. Technically, you're not supposed to handle with the bare hands, but are you able to like hang out with them if you wanted to? You could put what is that called? Gloves on, like nylon gloves, and you could hold them. Don't hold them high though. If you hold them high, they might jump out, and they'll jump in wherever they fall from. Keep them close to the ground. But I will say this: I always tell people, Pac-Man frogs are like fish. Frogs in general are like fish. You usually observe them through a glass. They're not like a bearded dragon. Where bearded dragon, you get out and hold them and stuff. So most frogs, it's just like kind of cool to just like look at them because of the fact that, you know. Yeah. Oh, have I ever seen a frilled dragon? Yes. And if so, would you like to keep one? Someday, yes. I need a new house. I need to upgrade. And when I upgrade, I'm gonna get one for sure. What type of live bug should you feed your bearded dragon? Tons of stuff. You can feed all kinds of stuff. Crickets, doobie roaches, discoid roaches. There's so much. Black butterfly larvae, mealworms, hornworms, superworms. There's so much bugs you can feed your bearded dragon. Tons. I think waxworms is another one. Tons. There's so much. I feed some of mine baby hissing cockroaches. I have some baby hissing cockroaches up there. The babies are kind of small. They don't have hard shells. The adults have shells like crazy, though. It's like straight armor that break your back. You know what I mean? Cam, how are we doing? Hope you're doing wonderful. I'm at the native culture one. Wait, hold on. Wild House. What did you say earlier? I'm totally gone now. I might have skipped it. Do you know how to breed dumpy tree frogs? It's just keep a male and female together. Get some rain going on. Make sure you have a pool of water nearby, and they should breed. The male will start croaking. He'll mount the female. He'll hold on to her until she lays eggs. She lays eggs in the water. He goes over there, does his business on the eggs, and bam, there you go. You got some tadpoles. You leave those. Well, no, you got some eggs. You got some fertilized eggs. Then you wait. They turn into tadpoles. Make sure there's tree branches and leaves and pothos around, so that way they can chill on that. I think the dumpies. Oh wait, make sure that's the right one. Some frogs lay their eggs off on leaves. Most lay their eggs in water. You need some tips for your leopard gecko. Cool guy. What you need? Just wear those gloves. Yes, wear the gloves that doctors use. That's pretty much. How to tell your bearded dragon's age? Usually, if they're above 16 inches, they're adults. So you're talking 2+ years in age. Would Eco Earth, play sand, and excavate clay be good for mixed berries? I would go Reptile soil over Eco Earth or cocoa fiber. C Maury, how are we doing? What's up? Also, remember that needs tanks on a budget. My Petco, don't buy animals there. So there's a bunch of used tanks. Yeah, that is true. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. Petco right now, if you go to... they might have stopped it. Dang it. Hold on. I'm going to look right now. We're doing it. Test it out right now. If you go to Petco, they have a 50% off tank sale for like fish tanks if you need something cheap. This is crazy. I was actually blown away by this. I was like, oh my God. I was like foaming at the mouth. I was like, oh my God. Oh, it might be over with. Let me see. Which size is this tank? Hold on. Let me check my cart. I had it in my cart. I haven't taken it out. Come on now. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. They have a 50% off sale at Petco right now. I have a 75-gallon tank in my cart. But if you order online for pickup, they take off. No, they might got rid of that. But wait around. Because what it was, though, is if you pick it up, they had a coupon for 50% off. So basically, you get 50% off of the 50% off. It was $73 for a 75-gallon tank, fish tank. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So, you know what I'm saying? Petco on the fish tanks are crazy. And you can use a fish tank. Some people get freaked out. But, I mean, it's just it's a container for an animal. There's almost no difference. Now, the size, obviously, they're see-through, but it's not that crazy. I wonder why it says message redacted goldfish. I don't know what's up with that. That's really, I don't know. Reno, Nevada, let's go! Holy Chavez. Hope you're doing wonderful. So it's okay to feed my dragon worms? Yes, that's totally fine. Like mealworms, superworms, hornworms, totally good. I have my own personal leopard gecko, and my brother has one too. Can I use sand? Yes. Now, the Pac-Man frog, I would use like a peat moss play sand mix for that. Not the topsoil and play sand because it's too dry for him. You want something to hold, Sir Winkles. You want something to hold a little bit more stuff. For Pac-Man frog, Reptile soil is perfectly fine. Does my crested gecko still hates me. It does. I swear I've been trying to mess with her for years, and she's still like, I cannot stand you. She still hates me. She's a lot better with me, but she still is like very much like, don't touch me. I can go in there, do stuff around her enclosure. She's not gonna run for me. But if I touch her, she's out of here. She's like, don't you touch me. How dare you? Get your filthy hands off. That's what she says to me. Just get your filthy hands off me. How dare you? Also, do you have any isopods? Are you really not? Or I do have isopods. I have tons of isopods, but like I don't. I just have like 3 species of isopods, and I only breed them to like put in enclosures and other stuff like that. I'm not really interested in isopods as much as other people, but I understand. But like I'm not really that much interested in isopods too much. But I have them. I have lots of them. My anoles are my first lizard ever, and you have taught me everything I need to know. Thank you for everything, man. You're amazing. You deserve to. I appreciate you, goldfish. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I don't white whisker. I don't feed any fruits at all. If you want sugar in them, you don't want to do that. Don't feed fruits. He does, but it's been a while, and I don't see eggs, and they have a water bottom, so I don't really. Make sure get the rain chamber going. Make sure it's always like raining. That's the problem. Is like most frogs will not breed unless you have rain coming. That's why a lot of people will make a rain chamber, and like basically they'll have like a filter that put it into like the top, and it's just constantly like almost raining down on a spot, and then it's what's it called? It's like a basic filter, so it's just feeding into the pool, and it's just kind of repeating itself. So that way, when the rain drops down into the pool, it goes back into the the filter up top, stuff like that. I found this channel called Crazy Amphibian that kind of abuses their dragon like acts like a toy. Whoa! Oh, that does suck, Dumbo. That does suck. One last question: if you have a terrarium with a solid black sides and back, do you? No, Cooper, that's fine. If it's mine are just like that. It's just solid black backgrounds. I don't have any natural background on them. I do want to make one in the future, but as of right now, it's just nothing. You don't have to have one if it's just solid black sides like that. Are 100 watt, 70 watt heliums good for a 90 for a 2-year-old leopard gecko? It depends. Psych. If you're getting the temperatures you need, you're totally good. I feel like for a 120 gallon tank, for a leopard gecko, that would probably be fine. Like honestly, that'd probably be okay. What you have. Jerica, let's see, what time is it? We've been going hard, huh? 1 hour. Man, I'll probably stay alive for another like 15 minutes. I just realized, man, we've been going hard, guys. I just love it. I like answering questions. Oh, Eric, appreciate it. Thank you, love. Let's go. Congrats on your bearded dragons. Let's go. Congrats. Happy to see more dragon owners. Let's go. What are good reptiles for shouldering? Oh, I put it on your shoulder? Bearded dragons. Pfft, so good. Should we be worried? Eric, oh, your bearded dragons. Well, if you just got them home, I always say like the first week they are a little funny, but make sure your temperatures are good. If your temperatures are good, then you should be okay. If you want to join the Discord, you could send pictures in the Discord. I could definitely give you better advice because then I could visually see what the bearded dragon looks like. If I could visually see it, bam. What are my thoughts on gargoyle geckos? I love them. They're great. Honestly, I like gargoyle geckos more than crested geckos. Bryce, I'm not gonna lie to you. Whoa, Minsu! Greetings from South Korea. Let's go. South Korea's up in the house. I love it. I have a Pac-Man in a 4x2x2 tank because I got her for $30. Whoa, a 4x2. Let's go. Oh, hey, it's however you want to keep your Pac-Man. That's awesome. Oh, you want to move to? Okay, I was gonna say, dude, for a Pac-Man frog. Hey, ain't no hate on a 4x2x2 for a Pac-Man, but I keep mine in like either 20. My males are in 20-gallon like exoterras, so it's like 24 inches by 18 inches, and it's only 12 inches tall. So you can keep them in that. You can keep them in like a 40-gallon if you want to, if you have a female, which is really big. But 20-gallon longs are totally fine for a Pac-Man frog. Holy Chavez, I got you. I'm already making it. I recorded it. I got the stuff. I am doing that. I am gonna show you how to make an isopod enclosure and how to breed them. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I got thousands. When I teach you how to breed isopods, you're gonna wish I never taught you. Because you're gonna open up that bin one day and it's just gonna be thousands. You're gonna be like, oh my god, amazing. Ooh, toys. You're gonna paint the gamma. Let's go. Those are honestly pretty awesome. Painted gammas are pretty awesome. White Whisker, I'm happy to help. Can a Uromastyx live in a... Yes, Cody X. Yes. Uromastyx. All my Uromastyx are in 4x2x2x2s. I used to have a baby crested gecko. She would only eat live bugs, not the paint. Jerica, same. My crested gecko does the same stuff. Yo! $5. What? What up here? What? Let's go. Reno Nevada in that house. Holy Chavez, I appreciate the $5. Buddy, I appreciate you. Let's go. You ever watch Reno 911? God. You slept that and I was just like, let's go. Appreciate you, Reno. Holy Chavez. Reno Nevada in the house. Let's go. Let's go. But yes. Now, I will say, Jerica, my crescent gecko, she did when she was younger eat the like the Pangea mix, and I tried tons of flavors as well. When she's older now, she's like only wants insects, and I'll leave the Pangea mix in there. I never see her eat it, and I have her on like a little I have a little like, well, I don't have it right now because she's not there, but I did have a camera set up in there to where I watch her at nighttime. And she just like be sitting there waiting for insects. 1 hour 36 minutes goldfish. You know what I'm talking about. It's the same. Mine has proper humidity too, but she just loved insects. W Live Psych. I appreciate it. As my beard TV is that good. Upgrade it, War Master. Upgrade it. I would upgrade it. Upgrade to T5 Arcadia or Zoom at T5 10.0. It depends though. If you have a 20 gallon, make sure to get a 40 gallon tank if you want to upgrade that. Have you seen those videos on the foreign channels where they literally throw yes, yeah, Sir Wrinkles, yes, that is wild. I don't know what the heck. I'm gonna make a video about that recently because one of my colleagues, one of the other reptile YouTubers, got banned, or not banned, but he got a video taken down, and I was like, this is scary. Like, if he got a video taken down just for dusting crickets, like, I'm nervous because I'm like, dude, I got tons of videos about me dusting crickets. You know what the heck? Once you get this question, I'm heading out. Love you. Oh, Dumbo, I appreciate you. Oh, nice. Let's go. They both got deleted. Anyways, have a good day. Dumbo, I appreciate you. You have a great night. You have a great night. We got some substrate leaf litter, cork bark with some moss on one side. Just feed them. Let's rock and roll. I have a video idea. You should have people send their enclosures with details, plus include what animals for, rate them. Goldfish. I could do that. I could do that if people really wanted to see that. I do have a whole list of tons of videos I need to work through. But no, I will do that one day. I'll do it where everyone sends videos or things in, and I'll just rate them, talk about them, say, like, hey, this is what you need, this is what you don't need. So I have a 6 foot long aquarium. What should I put in it? Ooh, toys. Ooh, that's a good one. Uromastyx. Uromastyx. Get a Uromastyx, everybody. No, I'm joking. Toys. I feel like you should find something that you want. You know what I mean? Find something that you really relate to. You know, something that you've always wanted, and then get it. I appreciate you and all your videos. Kat, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Eric. Happy to help. What kind of snake should I get next? I already have a Mexican black. Oh, that's a good one too. Corn snake, ball python. Ooh. But do you have a California king snake? You know what I'm saying? The white and the black, stripes, spots, whichever one. I don't know though. Anonymous, what are you thinking of getting? That's a big question. What are you thinking of getting? Give me. If you have like 2 answers, I'll pick 1 or 2 if you have 2 of them. Are the Zoom Ed 2-pack of T5 lamps off Amazon good? Yeah. The T5, those are great. Those are great big time clips. A spinning cobra. Oh, dude, that's crazy. The venomous ones, they scare me to death though. Ooh, Chris got an isopod on. Let's go. What should I do if my leopard gecko doesn't eat mealworms and is the only thing I can get? Try crickets. It's the only thing you can get though. Have you tried online? Toten. Try online. There's lots of places you go online. You could get stuff. Have them shipped to your house. Make sure the temperatures are good. If your leopard gecko is not eating, feed them at nighttime because they only eat at nighttime most of the time. So feed them at nighttime, like around 11 p.m. Make sure it's warm during the day, at least like 85 degrees air temperature, 80 degrees air temperature. If it's warm temperatures during the day, and at nighttime, if it's super cold, like it's below 60 degrees, or even 65, sometimes if it's like 65 degrees, they won't eat at nighttime. So if you have that issue, get a ceramic heat emitter, and use that at nighttime to like bring up the temperatures. And it should be usually most of the time when animals don't eat, the biggest issue is it's not hot enough, or maybe it's way too hot. But most of the time it's not hot enough, or it's not just warm enough for them. If you get their temperatures up, they will eat without a doubt. I made it to the bottom, Jerica. I finally made it to the bottom. Let's go. I always want to go to the top. But for the live, I want to make it to the bottom. Have a great night, Loki Poop. Oh gosh, Dumbo, you have a wonderful night. Best as you can with your thing. Pooping on it like that. Dang. I want to put it in Pentagon in my aquarium, but my mom's scared of lizards. She's still. Oh, you can get one though. I understand. My wife hates tarantulas, and she banned me from having tarantulas like 4 years ago. She was like, "Don't ever." She's like, you can have anything, but just don't ever, please, for the love of God, don't get tarantulas. And honestly, I was scared of tarantulas. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was terrified of tarantulas. And I conquered my fear by getting a tarantula gifted to me from a friend. And when I got it, I was up all night having bad dreams about it escaping. And I literally woke up at 7 a.m. and I put it outside in my backyard on like this little patio part where it's shaded because I was having an anxiety attack. I was like, it's gonna get out. Oh god, oh god. But it was cool. It was cool. It wasn't like hot, you know. But it was like I just couldn't have it in the house for a second, and then I got used to it. I got totally fine with it, and then I bred that tarantula 3 years later. But I'm telling you, understandable. I understand what it's like. Your mom when she said she's scared of them, because I was scared of tarantulas, and then now look, my wife lives in a house full of tarantulas and tarantula babies, and she just deals with it. I'm joking. Just remember when you end the live. Yes, I will remember you, Jerica. Trust me, I will. Need I where I can find a Cuban nightingale? Morph Market. They definitely have them on there. Tiki's Geckos online, I think, has some as well. I have a beer in a 4-gallon, but I plan on moving her to my 4x2. What UVB? Warmaster? What 4x2x2 would you get, though? It depends. If you get a Dubia Roach's Enclosure, I would just mount an Arcadia 12% on the inside of it and just use that. If you get an EcoFlex, you get an Arcadia 14% or 12%, either one of those, or a Zoom Ed 10.0 for the EcoFlex. You can put on top of the screen, totally fine. So to spend, bro. Your voice has to be cooked after reading all this. Dude, Goldfish, it was getting a little cooked. I will say, I was kind of like, oh my god. Ooh, California King Snake. Get California King Snake. Anonymous, answer it for you. California King. Let's go. Do bearded dragons need to eat live bugs, or is there another way? Yes, Dylan, definitely want live bugs for sure. Live bugs is what you want, but you could also feed dried insects if you make sure you hydrate them heavily after they eat. Dust them with calcium and multivitamins, but primarily you want live insects. Okay, you do want to do live insects because there's so much hydration in there. They get the hydration from the live insects. You gut load the insects, they get the resources from those. So you do want live bugs. How long should we be drawing bass from mine? Only do it for 30 minutes. Tempest great. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's pretty normal. They bask for 30 minutes. They take off. They come back. As long as they're doing it multiple times throughout the day, that's totally fine. You know, like come bask for 30 minutes, go. Come bask for 30 minutes, go. That's good. I'm scared of spiders, but I heard jumping. Yes, Goldfish. I will say jumping spiders are very chill. They're like so chill, and they're like chilling. Can I use a 75-gallon for Euro? Amanda Johnson. Yeah, if you want to use an 18-inch tall enclosure for a Uromastyx, but it's 4 feet long, that's totally fine. Yeah. Because I would say for Uromastyx, it is okay because like they just need such high temperatures that like it being lower is okay. So yeah, you could totally use a 75-gallon for Euro, 100%. And like cartoons for sure. All right, Chris. I'll see you later, brother. I'll see you later. Hope you have a wonderful night. Only 30 minutes per day. Mine does. Oh, 30 minutes, that's it? Try lowering the temperatures. It might be too hot. Jericho, your bearded dragon sitting there watching you. Heck yeah. My bearded dragon is freaking knocked out sleeping. He's in the living room, actually. So my bearded dragons are not in this room. That's one thing. They're in my living room. Two of them is in the living room. One of them is in its own room. But yes. Guys, we made it to the bottom. I can't believe I finally did it. I made it to the bottom of the live. You have great videos and advice. I mean, I am happy to help. I appreciate it. I have leopard geckos. I have 2 leopard geckos. Only 2. I've been keeping a jumping spider for a little while now, and I'm tempted to get a wolf spider now. Okay, I will say wolf spiders, they're some creepy motherfuckers. I'll tell you that much. They freak me out. Dude, I have wolf spiders all over my damn yard. They scare me to death. When I see a wolf spider, I'm like, that is an alien. It like, I feel like it knows. It's just like, it reads, it understands. But they look terrifying. You could do it. I really want to paint a gamma, but there's a lot of videos. Oh, that's true. Hey, Toys, if you join my Discord, I have my moderator. He actually keeps painted agamas. He can actually help you out there. But they're kind of similar to a bearded dragon. Very similar to care to a bearded dragon. Just not as hot. Nah, it's kind of about the same. Yeah, very similar care to a bearded dragon. But painted agamas are awesome. If you want to join the Discord, its links is in the description as well. For it in this live as well. What time is it? Okay, guys, 2 minutes. I'm gonna end the live. 2 minutes. We're into the live. But my God, what a fun time! I don't know if anybody else had fun. I'm gonna tell you right now, I freaking had a blast. I love talking, chatting, talking about reptiles, talking about everything. My Petco doesn't carry low wattage heat bulbs, so I'm getting a heating pad or LED blow lights. Should I get some other places to pad? Yes, Sir Wrinkles. If you check Chewy online, they sell a lot of low wattage heat bulbs. They're pretty good. Yes, wolf spiders are terrifying. Camel spiders, yes, they are also terrifying. You are correct. Not as scary as camel spiders. I just found a 50-gallon tank for. Whoo! That's what I'm talking about. Cool guy. Let's go. My opinion. Oh, Reptile is totally safe for bearded dragons. Dylan, Reptile is totally fine. Reptile is the best. Maybe Australian desert sand is actually the best, but it's one of the best. Reptile is perfectly fine. I have 6 Leos, and I'm gonna get some containers come to 36 so they can all have a conversation. Jericho, very nice. I don't know. I was kind of Facebook Marketplace on top. That's true. I'm telling you, I might own a camel spider, but they kind of freak me out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know I keep a lot of tarantulas, but man, them camel spiders, they scare me. I don't know. I don't have a set thing when I go live, but I might go live like I was thinking Mondays. I was thinking about going live every Monday. Monday fun day. Oh, I could, Jarek. I could feed animals. That'd have to be early though. It'd have to be like, cause I feed my animals pretty early. Like whenever I wake up, I start feeding them. And it'd be fat. I could do a feeding video on the internet as well. TK Reptiles, what's going on? Let's go, new. Welcome in, TK. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, that's awesome. Welcome to the show. I actually got a 6-foot-long aquarium for free. Oh my, that's amazing. I don't think I've ever got that large of an enclosure for free. I got some enclosures for free, but a 6-foot one? It's honestly unreal. I think I got, okay, I won't lie. I got my Zilla one behind me. Zilla did sponsor TikTok, and they gave me that one for free. So, yeah, we'll say. I did get a 4-foot one for free, but it was like, you got to make a video about this Zilla enclosure. And I was like, done. Easy. I just showed myself putting it together. Easy stuff. Expo student. Oh my, dude, a reptile expos. I will say, if anybody in chat has never went to a reptile expo, oh my goodness, it's like Disneyland. There's one in my state coming around August 3rd and 4th. I'm already excited. I'm just psych. My crickets are now in another room. They're like across my house. I got tired of hearing them suckers. Well, really, I got tired of hearing them in my videos, and I was like, I cannot have these in my videos anymore. They were so loud. They were just like wow in my video. I even have a shotgun microphone to where like it wasn't like, you wouldn't be able to like hear them as well. They still could hear them, and I was just like, dang man, these guys are crazy. So I moved them into another room. I'm planning to move all my insects that I breed into one room, so that way I can have just like all my insects in one room. I go in there when I want to get the insects to feed. I just bring them out here. So you paid $75 for 70. Oh my, $1. Wait, what was it at? Freaking Petco? Was it the $1 per gallon sale? Oh my god, that's amazing. I literally was talking about a 75 gallon for $70, and I was like, that's a steal, total steal. I'll buy that in a heartbeat. I plan on going, but yeah, go to the Reptile Expo. I will never forget. I promise. In my state, mine is August 11th. Ooh, really? You could just go for the funsies. That's what they always. If you go for the funsies, you're most likely gonna get something. But just to go for the funsies and just like look around and just like talk to people, and oh my god, it's the best. It's the best. Just go just tell your mom. I want to go and look. I just go and look, and just go window shopping. Just go window shopping. God, it's so good. I'm telling you, I cannot wait to go to mine. I can't honestly. I have so much stuff. Like I have so much animals, I can't get any more. But I might. Shower with lizards. How do you just look? I know. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's what we tell ourselves. We're like, let me just go look around. I'm just gonna look. You come back with like 30 things. You're like, I'm weak. Get behind me, Satan. My top 5 favorite snakes. Ooh, that's a good one. Red-tailed boa. I've always loved red-tailed boas. I don't know what about them. Number 1, Mexican black king snake, California. Well, no. Number 1, red-tailed boa. Number 2, Mexican black king snake. Number 3, California king snake. Number 4, let's see. I don't know. I don't know what number 4 would be. Anaconda. And yes, I would keep one. I love it. Number 5. Let me see. Number 5, carpet python, maybe. Yeah, carpet python. Yeah, I would say that. That's my 5. Anonymous. How many animals do I have? A lot. I was gonna say 32 reptiles, but I was like, oh wait, I just had babies. A lot of my animals had babies, so the math is a lot. It's not triple digits for reptiles. Insect wise, it's definitely triple digits. Whoa, honky donkey! What the heck have you been up to? Should I use a PMOS play sand mix for my leopard gecko? Yes, I do like that. Honestly, that's how I keep my leopard geckos, Lisa. That's how many I have. Or that's how I keep mine. Oh, which favorite tarantula that you got? My favorite tarantula of all time is the Brachipelma smithy. My God, I just went blank on the real actual name. The scientific name is the only thing I know right now. I don't know what's going on. The red knee, oh my goodness, yeah, the red knee tarantula. Oh my gosh, I can't even freaking think of what's. It's so. I've never been in a situation where I actually forgot the common name. I'm pretty sure it's the red knee. Oh my, this is so wild. Brachipelma smithy. Yes. The red knee tarantula. Oh my God, I don't know why. I was pretty sure, but kind of like went stupid there for a second. I recently got 3 painted agamas, but there are not many resources. Ooh, Scotty, you know what I will do? I might have to make a. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what's going on, but a lot of people are getting painted agamas. I might make a care guide and upload it to YouTube because the amount of people, you kind of keep them similar to a bearded dragon, just a little different, but similar. I don't know what's going on, but like a lot of people are getting painted agamas. It's kind of interesting. I'm way back from California. Let's go. 15-inch bearded dragons. I'm thinking 8 months to a year. Yeah, that's pretty much. I would say a year plus. Maybe like a year. How many insects should I feed it a day? If it's 15 inches, I would skip a day. I'd go like 5 to 10, skip a day. Happy to help you, Angelo. Happy to help you. Do you think finding dirt out? Shit, did I just say something? Oh, I just said something. I think I'm good though. I think we're good. Let me make sure. Let me bring it up. No, we're good. Okay, that scared me. I was like, oh shoot, might hit something on the computer. Just stopped it live. Do you think finding dirt outside and baking it is for a while is fine? You could do that if you wanted to. Dang, I'm freaking pushing this up. There we go. I actually get some gravel for my Uromastyx around me, and the gravel has nothing in it ever. It's because it's just getting baked in the sun all day, so it already has nothing. But sometimes you would have to really make sure you could sift it to make sure there's nothing in it, because there's stuff in it like worms and all kinds of stuff like that. And then you could bake it for, bake it once I would say 250 for 2 hours. Then you should be good. Kind of flatten the dirt out though. Make sure it's like not too thick, because if you bake it and it's like thick, the middle won't get as hot and won't kill the bacteria or the parasites. So you could do it. Yeah. Mrs. Benz, good night. I'm so glad you caught the live. You should do a live stream setting on up. Oh, I could. I was thinking about that. But the one thing I do when before I started the live, I was jamming the music, man. I was just in here jamming. I was in here just freaking like going crazy. And then, yes, Scott, I will though, because the amount of people have asked me about painted agamas, I'm going to do it. I need to get that going. I know goldfish, that's what I was thinking. I can't believe it's been 2 hours. In 3 minutes, at 2 hour mark, I'll end the live. Because it doesn't feel like it's been that way. I know what you mean. It doesn't feel like it's been 2 hours, but I can't believe it's been 2 hours. I should let my voice rest. Because I do need to make some videos. I edit the video. I have tons of videos made. I just need to edit them. Because, my goodness. Oh, Dylan. Okay, I was meaning to make this video. So if you go on vacation for a bearded dragon, it depends on how old they are. But I'll tell you this. If you have an older bearded dragon who's like 8 months 8 months old or above, you could leave for a week, maybe even 2, and don't have to do anything. Put your lights on a timer and only do like an 8-hour cycle, or you could do 8 to 12 if you want to. But like, make sure you have a timer, and make sure you have a thermostat. And so that way, if you are gone and like say your something fails, it gets too hot, it doesn't burn the tank up. Set the thermostat to like whatever the air temperature is good for you, or like perfect. Wherever it is right now that's working for you, set that thermostat to that temperature that is reading. So that way when you leave, if something fails, if something gets hot, AC goes out. If you do that, then you don't have to worry. It'll shut your lights off once you're gone. You don't have to worry about burning your lizard up. Another thing, make sure you have a timer. Set it for like 7 a.m. to like, 5 p.m. or 7 p.m. If you want to do 12 hours, you can. You don't have to feed him before you leave a lot, because if you feed him a lot, he most likely will poop, and then he'll just be running around and pooping in his enclosure like the entire time you're gone. So 2 days before you leave, you can just like not feed them, or you can feed them, just don't feed them a lot. And then just for a week he'll be good. You can leave a water bowl in there in case he wants to drink something. That's it. That's what I would do. Just leave them because they're very good about not eating once they have fat on their body. Now, if you have a sick one, and if it's younger, it depends. Make sure it's pretty, like, you know, if it's younger, you can feed them every single day. Feed him a lot. Make sure you kind of build up some fat on his body. And if you leave for a week, he should be okay. He should be fine. They're really good about even the young ones. But I'm just like, if you just got it from a pet shop, make sure you feed it and get it like really, you know, feed him, get some fat on his bones a little bit, and then he should be fine. Again, bearded dragons are very good about like going like, you know, oh, I don't. He's sleeping. Honky down. He's sleeping. But I do have eggs hatching right now. Oh yeah, hold on. You want to see some eggs? I'll show you. How many kids do you have? If you are, oh, I have 2 kids. Dylan, I hope it helped. I was gonna make a whole video about that. I just been so busy. I just have not made it. I just realized I'm going on vacation for a little bit, and I already have a 9:30, 9:37 set for mine. You can go like 9:30 a.m. to like 8:30, 7. You can they do have automatic misters. If you don't have to get it right now, you don't have to. But automatic misters are pretty. They are common. If you want to buy one, pretty good. But let me see. I gotta show you. I have some babies that hatched. I just got them on paper towel for now, just because I was like waiting for them to. Ooh. Oh yes. Look at these little guys. I'm gonna make a video about them. Oh, they're moving so much. Oh. 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 Look at this. Look at these little Uromastyx. Look at this little guy. Oh, stop moving so much. I'm sorry. Look at this little guy, though. Can you see him? Just hatched a couple days ago. Ah. He's not having a good time. He's like, why'd you wake me up? Look at this guy. So tiny. But ornate Uromastyx just hatched. I have 2 more eggs that are about to hatch as well. Look at that little guy. Look at that little fat boy. Well, it's so tiny. I'm staring at him. Look at that little. I wish I'd focus. He was just sleeping. He's looking at. He's like, "Why'd you wake me up?" His brother's in here as well, but they were moving, so I'm not gonna get him out. Ah. He already hatched out of the. Oh, I got this upside down. Oh gosh. They already hatched out of the egg, but I'm just keeping them in here for like just another day or 2 because they're still a little sleepy. Like, see, I just got them. There's some in there. You don't know if you can see it. See, there's 2 in there chilling. I just got them in here for just like a day or 2, just letting them kind of like get their sleepies out of them before I put them in an enclosure. Oh, I'm gonna make a video about this too. I've recorded the whole process. I got a whole video about this. Very excited. So that'll be cool. There we go. I know he just hatched too, so they're already fat. They're already coming out of here. You should stream more often, Babytron. I will. I was thinking about it. What is it called? Depends on. I was thinking about doing it every Monday. I don't know how people feel about Mondays, but like Monday 3 to 5 or something. Maybe like I should do 5 to 7 or something though. Maybe like Mondays 5 to 7 p.m. Yeah, Mondays like 5 to 7. That should be good. Wait, hold on. Oh, guys, I'm gonna have to end it as soon as it's 2 hours. I'm gonna end it. Okay. It's been hella fun though. Oh my gosh. Let me answer these last few questions. This sounds so dumb. If your tank is big enough, you may be able to get an automatic mini dog. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Jerica, I got you. I'm terrified of my new baby beard dragon. I think I might pass away. Austin VR. If you can join my Discord or message me on Instagram, go do that. I could help you. The links are in the description of this live stream. I can help you. Don't worry about that. Set a tripod for a reptile enclosure. Goldfish, that'd be kind of crazy. I wonder if I could do that. I know some places have like, they don't like when people do that. I think TikTok's like the only place that's pretty cool with that. But I know I think Twitch was like, they used to allow it, Twitch, and then now they don't. Yes, I know. The videos are coming. I've just been moving stuff around. As you can tell, the empty tanks, that's all. They're all empty behind me. I've just been, and I am going to get to work tonight because I have substrate right there, a bunch of stuff. It's just, oh yeah, the cheap heat emitter. Ceramic heat emitter, that's what you want. Is a mix of coconut fiber sand. I would go Reptile soil. and sand for leopard gecko. You can just do reptile soil by itself, Gapnap. Reptile soil by itself, honestly, for leopard gecko, that's totally fine. I use reptile soil almost by itself for my leopard geckos. Well, basically, I do a homemade mix for my leopard geckos. It's peat moss, a little bit of topsoil, and play sand mixed together. But it's mostly a soil for my leopard geckos, and that's like what is the best. I have 6 siblings, 3 of them I have autism. Do you think all the noise from my siblings will scare them? Not really, toys, because I'm in my room right now and I'm yelling. I'm like, yeah, let's go. I play video games in here. I play music in this room, blasting all the time. All my lizards don't even care, so you should be good. And I have kids, and my kids be yelling. Boy, they be going to town. They just be. My son just be singing out of nowhere, just screaming. He just be like, you know. I don't know that song. I forgot it. I forgot that song. But anyways, that's what he'd be singing. Mama says I'm not old enough to get a Discord and I don't have Facebook. Oh, okay, Austin. Oof, damn, it's hard though. As long as you have your temperatures correct and he's eating and pooping, then you're fine. You don't have to really worry about it. Jarek, I won't. I promise you. Goldfish, definitely. Yes, Lisa, that's perfect. 60% peat moss, 40% play sand, even 70% peat moss, 30% play sand. That's good as well. That works. Do you have a cheap ceramic heat emitter that is cheaper? If I don't have one on my Amazon storefront, I'm trying to think. Let me see. Go on Chewy.com. They have some pretty cheap stuff. It probably only costs like $10. So if the tank is under my TV, it won't cause unnecessary stress to my animals. I don't think so. Depends on how loud your TV is. And if it's like, you know, usually it won't though. If in the daytime, if they're like visually like stressed, they're like trying to get out and your TV's blasting, then maybe you're a problem. If they're just chilling, like they're just like sitting there just like just basking and like the TV's blasting, they're just like, oh, what's going on? Then you're totally fine. Sean should make a live stream after August 11th. Yeah, I definitely will. We'll definitely have another live stream after August 11th. Yes, let's go, Wrinkles. I'm trying on how to grow my channel. Tank Tails, message me on Instagram. I got you. I will say this. Yes, that's true. Baby Tron, you could do that. I do, because I do help a lot of YouTubers help grow their channels. That's like one of my side gigs. I love YouTube a lot. YouTube's awesome. Freaking amazing. But like most of the time, I'll tell you right now, you want your video to be decent and you want a good title and a good thumbnail. Title is the number one most important thing you want to focus on growing a YouTube channel, and the thumbnail is the second most important. And then after that, it's the contents of the video. What, like, most of the time when you make a video, you have to think of the audience. Like, what is the audience? What are people looking for? And then answer them. And once you answer them, you'll just have success anywhere you go. That's like the best advice I could get to. Is like, that's the quickest way to grow is if there's a problem that needs to be solved, solve that problem for people, show them how to solve it, bam. That's what I do to all my YouTube channels. Reptiles, you know, I literally never thought I would make a reptile channel. I didn't think I was going to make one here. I was making tech videos and like gaming videos, and then my cousin was just getting into reptiles. Like this was like 2019, 2018 maybe. This is what's going to sound crazy. I didn't even know reptile videos existed on YouTube until like probably 2019. And my cousin told me, he was like, you know, I watch these guys on YouTube make reptile content. You should make reptile content. And I was like, people make videos on YouTube about reptiles? What? I had no idea. And then like 2021, I was like, I'm going to make reptile content. And then I started doing it. But it's only because my cousin was like, you know a lot about reptiles. And I was helping him. And then bam, we went from there. How old am I? 30 years old. I'm an old man. I've been around a while. 30 years old, though. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end the live stream. I freaking love it. I love it so much. Just like trying to figure out a couple of reptiles. Yes. Do it. I joined and added the images of him. Yes! Okay, gotcha. Eric, did you? We got you out. I think so. Yeah, I see us. I've seen some people join the Discord, guys. I'll be in the Discord. I might not be in the Discord right away, because I'm gonna go eat some food because I'm over here. I am like super hungry right now. We went for 2 hours, but guys, I will be live again. I don't know, maybe Monday. We'll see. If I don't do this Monday, I might do next Monday. I might do Friday. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll try to make live streams more of a thing. We'll do live streams more often. Everybody in the chat, thank you for being here. I love this. I hope y'all loved it. It's been a good time. Bye.